Lead boy, you on the train, you on the train, you on the train.
I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, and I've been waiting for this moment for all my life. Oh Lord,
Nah, niggas wanna call. Yo, where the fuck is you at, bro? Nigga, I'm pulling the bike out now. Nigga, I'm smoking this wood. I'm putting it out. Man, hurry the fuck up, bro. You supposed to been ready. I've been calling your phone for like an hour. Hurry the fuck up. Why you ain't ready? I've been ready since you been ready, nigga. I'm waiting on you. Man, I'm outside. Open the garage. Bike life till I die.
Rev my engine till my tires spin around with a fire. Hold my willy in the air as long as I can. Desire makes my two-stroke right so I can get all of my power. I'll be screaming bike life till I die. Rev my engine till my tires spin around with a fire. Hold my willy in the air as long as I can. Desire makes my two-stroke right so I can get all of my power. I'll be screaming bike life. I got a bitch on the back of my bike, she don't even know my name now. Riding around the city, pop willies, I can't stay down. 12 o'clock my bike, remember practicing on the playground. No, I'm not a rock star, but I like to rock cars. Smash out on the cop car, chase me if you got heart. Never push the panic button, but I'll push the start button. Villain in my hood, causing problems, always starting some. Get chased by the cops, I'm fleeing, I will leave far from you. Screaming, pull it over, cut the engine, I won't fall for. I won't stall for 'em, pick it up and watch me ball for 'em. Fuck the cops in undercover cars, I won't fall for 'em. Fuck the cops in undercover cars, I won't fall for 'em. My plans for the night is to go ride with the bros. Can you roll me up a wood right before I hit the road? But girl, you rolling with me too though. Just go get your boots on, get your helmet too though. Cruising through the city, riding around just me and you though. Colors of my bike switching up like the game of Uno. What I'm riding today, who know? Want the 4-stroke or the 2-stroke?
Bike life till I die.
Rev my engine till my tires spin around with a fire. Hold my willy in the air as long as I can. Desire makes my two-stroke right so I can get all of my power. I'll be screaming bike life till I die. Rev my engine till my tires spin around with a fire. Hold my willy in the air as long as I can. Desire makes my two-stroke right so I can get all of my power. I'll be screaming bike life till I die. It's time to put the guns down and come ride with me. Take flight with me, ride through the day and night with me. At 12 o'clock you should just get high with me. Not talking about smoking blunts, just Willie bikes with me. Ride through the day into the night with me. Next day pull them out at sunrise with me. All my brothers bound to pull up and ride with me. Take flight with me, all night with me. Rev my engine till my tires spin around with a fire. Hold my willy in the air as long as I can. Desire makes my two-stroke right so I can get all of my power. I'll be screaming bike life till I die. Rev my engine till my tires spin around with a fire. Hold my willy in the air as long as I can. Desire makes my two-stroke right so I can get all of my power. I'll be screaming bike life till I die.
Shout out to everybody who ride bikes 2019 with me. Shout out Rise Up. Shout out 12 o'clock boys. Shout out Brett, man. I be watching you. I look up to you, man. Shout out to Mick Mills mainly on this one. Bike life till I die.
Hey guys, welcome to the shit show. We're about to smoke. We're gonna go. I found the first chicken on a stick panel, so we're gonna go watch that in a moment. But before we do that, that was Keon Thompson. He's a young man who is friends with my son who used to rent my garage. He has too many bikes now, so he can no longer rent my garage. He had to move on. But very talented, skilled young man, respectable. But before we go listen to that, we're going to sort of stay. Hold on, I clicked out. With the music for one more minute, I'm just going to leave this design up. No, maybe what I'll do is delete track. Oh, that's right. I wasn't sharing online. Let me go to uploads. I want to play one more song. This is called Sweat. It's by Bax. I'm just going to leave the same video on it. It's the same length. No, it isn't. Here we go. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to add a page. Delete this page. Give me one more second here, guys. I just want to play one more song by Bax. I promised these young kids that I would showcase their music. A very talented group of young men. I'm not even going to call them kids because they're all men now. Not unfortunately, but I have known them since very young here, since it's Bax's stuff. We'll just put the old thing on it. Let's give it a listen, and then I will be back and we will go over Chicken on a Stick. And let's smoke. I forgot to share it with you guys, and I'm over here dancing. What the hell is wrong with me? It's crazy, Crystal. She's back. Ask Siggy. I know, I'd be fucking up all the time. All right, here we go. Let's do it over.
You got a 1-2 step, left, right, left, bucket hat, teeth, and choppers on deck. Oh, you wanna be a soldier? You say you wanna be a soldier. You got a 1-2 step, left, right, left, bucket hat, teeth, and choppers on deck. Oh, you wanna be a soldier? You say you wanna be a soldier.
I've been riding around the city, I'm off of like 6X with some bitches in the ride, but digits I bench press. Alleyways or the halls, but sales and skip class. Came home with some money, my piss, but dad's glad. You ain't ever have enough. You needed the glad bags, wore masks before Corona, kicked doors and all that. Before guns, toted razor blades, knives and ball backs. After class, I'm in the locker with scales from science class, trying to make a play. Stealing bases, slide fast. Teachers knowing I'm a dip before they find my stash. Out the door, down the staircase, round the corner, I dash. If they call the cops on me, my alibis, I'm ash.
You got a 1-2 step, left, right, left, bucket hat, teeth, and choppers on deck. Oh, you wanna be a soldier? You say you wanna be a soldier. You got a 1-2 step, left, right, left, bucket hat, teeth, and choppers on deck. Oh, you wanna be a soldier? You say you wanna be a soldier.
bees in this bitch, bees in the hive. Left, right, left, Marines wanna slide this heat on my side. Put a beam on the guy, I mean what I write, any means I survive. Nigga try me, that's reason to die. Spent like half this week getting high. I puff this week cause I see what it's like being stuck in the streets with no reason to try. Damn, rest in peace to my guys. Spend my rent on beans in the white cause I need this flippable beam. Gymnastics on my mind, a profit in my jeans, a blast in my mind, bipolar and my dad and that. I was always meant to be unstable, hazards raining on me. I just need to skip about it, but the blade I live inside is gazing at me cause you live about it, then you die about it. If you cry about it, make the guy slide. I just build connections up Wi-Fi, but they trying to turn my camo tie die. Before I die, I'ma see you gone like my granddaddy fighting Vietcong. This was me strapping all my niggas holding. I was born for this, bitch, I'm a fucking
You
soldier.
got a 1-2 step, left, right, left. Bucket half the T's and choppers on deck. Oh, you wanna be a soldier? You say you wanna be a soldier. You got a 1-2 step, left, right, left. Bucket half the T's and choppers on deck. Oh, you wanna be a soldier? You say you wanna be a soldier. East side. Eastside nigga, what? D-I-double-G, platoon, a 10 all hands on deck. Nigga fall in, we playin' poker with them toasters, yeah, we all in. Better put away your kids, better guard your wife. Throw a flaming Molotov inside your car tonight. We be riding with a blatant disregard for life. And I boot up with my niggas, whether wrong or right. When it's crunch time, load up your pistol and play the front line. Bust a nigga head, trying to cuss the gun line. What you niggas know about K's? That chop a rock and spin your ass around like in a bout face. High, nigga, what? We in the mud. 30 rounds, chop them down. I hit them up. Run up if you want them, and that can't come flip shit. Scopes, beams, fatigues, that rainbow six. You got a 1-2 step, left, right, left. Bucket half fatigues and choppers on deck. You wanna be a soldier? You say you wanna be a soldier. You got a 1-2 step, left, right, left. Bucket half fatigues and choppers on deck. Oh, you wanna be a soldier? You say you wanna be a soldier.
So Tic Tac, it's their music. It's my son's friend's music. The Tight Beat is actually a remix. I believe that's DMX, but it's remixed enough that it doesn't get copyright. And it's just what rappers do. They mix the beat, but it's their words. That is Dex and hold on, let me make sure I know. Strizzy. They're from here in Pittsburgh in their 20s. Good kids. Good kids. Okay, now let's get to this is a 3-hour live. So we'll be here for 3 hours listening. I actually was in the middle of something when I came live, so I may step away just for a minute while you guys are listening. I'm still going to be pausing and everything, but I'll be back. But let's give this a listen. Chat in the chat section. Let me know your thoughts, your comments. And here we go. Squall takes a while. Give her a minute. It's going. There we go.
Hello out there. Hey, Susan, how are you today? Hello, Amalama. Hello, Annie. Hello, Rena. Hello, Leandra. Hello, New Orleans lady.
Where'd Annie go?
Howdy.
Hey, Sinister.
Susan, good to see you.
I did see, hold on, let me pause this.
Lady R, thank you.
I did see that you wrote me. I just haven't had a chance to reply. So I will, just so you know.
You. October baby, hey. Pink butterfly, AC. Hey there, Doug. Hello, Babs. Hey, Darlene. Channel Surfer, Destiny Grant, Bama Fan, Moonlight View, Leandra again. How's everybody doing? Ronnie, Angel, Classy, Chatty. How's everybody doing today? I think I might do a little bit of an open panel here and drop a link if anybody wants to come up. They are more than welcome to grab a link.
Yeah, Sinister. Anybody who wants to share their channel, go ahead and share. Absolutely, you're allowed.
And I'm going to
hitting wrong buttons. She's such a slow starter. I should put it on 2-speed.
Okay, I just got some messages.
Yeah,
I was having to look at there for a second.
This is Squall. I'm going to say that this live took place like April, May, June, around that time period of 2022.
There's a lot of new info coming out on a suspect in this case. And people are reaching out to members of
Go sub up the Sinister,
the
guys.
suspect's family.
I'm going to have a cigarette.
And from the mutual acquaintance that I have with the suspect's family, they don't even want their screenshots, if they communicate in a message via, messenger or whatnot, they don't even want that put out there. They just want to be completely left alone. They want completely left out of this. They want no part of it at all whatsoever.
Okay, this may actually be Chicken's second panel, but we'll listen anyway. I may have the wrong one. She is addressing me reaching out to Amy. Sometime during this live, I will go pull my messages to Amy so you guys can see what it was that I was messaging her. Amy is Jody Sue's sister.
They've lived their life and had to deal with certain things in their life, in the past, and that's where they wanted to leave it, with that suspect, and they just don't want anything at all to do with any of the drama. They've got their lives that they're leading and that they're living, and they just want people to leave them alone.
They want people to leave them alone, but have no problem.
That's all they really ask. They don't want to be.
2 or 3 panels after this, I never reached out to her again. She wanted to be left alone, but it brought her public. Okay. And she was on, I believe, Squall's panel. Maybe it was Gavel. I can't remember. I have some of them. Benny was there. Tiffany was there. Gavel was there, Adrian was there, I believe. Squat, I can't remember. I'd have to go look. I shared a little bit of it not too long ago. But she then came public and went on 2 panels. And during them panels, she admitting to knowing a Ralph was on, and she admitted to not being there for her sister or not liking her sister. She had stated, oh, my husband's playing video games. You're going to hear him bitch and moan. You hear her talk about how people in black cars were following her and taking pictures of her. Maybe we'll get there. I don't know.
Standing out in their yard and have people drive by and taking videos, and people going onto Google Earth and going all over their property
That
and
never
everything. It, can just imagine if it was you, even if,
never did
you
that.
were related to a suspect, would you want someone doing that to you? It's just a respect thing.
I would hope if I loved my sister Squall that somebody would respectfully reach out to me to get her help if the things she are saying are as kooky as some creators have put out there. If you know what I'm saying. I believe that Jody Sue Brown may possibly need, in my opinion, mental health therapy. And I did what I thought was best for that, especially given the situation of her circumstances, possibly being maybe a suspect in Summer Wells' disappearance. I just wanted to make sure that her family knew what was going on and what she was doing on YouTube. And her sister clearly lied.
And when you go,
Because her sister said, well, I can't see Jody Sue's channel. She has me blocked. Now, even if you're blocked, you can see people's channels. That's bullshit. So tell me why she come here lying. I'll wait. Anybody wants a link, let me know.
real life on people, especially people who are associated with the suspect, it doesn't necessarily put their life in danger, but it
I believe
complicates things
so.
in their
Or a gas
life
station or something, she said. We'll have to listen.
that, could have been avoided, that they have tried to avoid, for years and years and years. And there's no sense in it. And it's not fair to them, things that, get drug out into the open when they're completely totally innocent and unaware of what's happening. There's no sense on putting them in the spotlight. Even when you put them in the spotlight and you say, leave them alone, leave them alone, leave them alone.
They still make themselves public and do interviews on YouTube, right? Whereas I never mentioned her after that for at least 2 years. She threatened to sue me on Tiffany Marie's, but then she said, why would it be worth it? She don't have anything. Bitch, I'm proud of the shit I do have, because you know what I have is something you don't have, is family love. I have a family that cares for me, and I don't have to sneak and lie and hide my sister's children while I'm coming to YouTube and talking shit on her. In my opinion, based on things Jody Sue Brown has said to me, that is what I believe you were doing, Miss Spiky, the gremlin.
Opens the door for people to go after them and try to get them to continue talking when they don't want to be bothered.
A county over, the one they're all taking me to court in, like Jonesboro, like around that area, Johnson City. I can't dox her, so I'm not going to say which which area, but she claims she's not local and she moved away a long time ago and forgot about them people. She has moved state to state. However, she has lived in Tennessee a majority of the time and right there. But she's another one like chicken on a stick that will claim they're not local when they are fucking local. And the ones that aren't local are saying that they're local, like Squall and Shay. The fucking weirdest shit ever. Why don't y'all just trade places? Like, shit.
With it. It's been brought to their attention. They realize what's going on now. So, it was just disrespectful that it got put on blast the way that it did. And hang on just 1 second.
Her lives were always so fucking awful. Hi, Wind Whisper. She said hi, Windshield. Spell checking. Oh, she's back.
All right. I sent a link to Chicken on a Stick, and she has a kind of a, she never knows whenever she's going to be able to jump on or not. So she might be up with us to talk with us here in a little bit.
Oh, she'll be there. Guys, I have had this headache all fucking day. It's like pain. Can we
I
put
posted a little short, I believe it was earlier this morning and everything.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to split that where we just ended. We're going to delete that. And then because Squall is so damn slow, we're going to go to playback and we're going to put her on 1.5.
Up, about Leslie Hill's son. And, I did the short. I thought about going into commentary on it, and I didn't want to go into commentary because it did appear to be a miscarriage of justice on that. And that is heartbreaking. And, I've never spoken to Leslie.
With tape recording, Tic Tac, I never seen her put a tape recording of Jody out. I've seen her put Jody's old videos out from Facebook. And that's why Jody's been mad for such a very long time. But I've never seen her take a tape recording of her. Now, the son, Andy recorded his son and sent it to Shay and Chicken and Gavel and everybody over here. Shrek Motors 1 and 2, he passed away. See, I never looked into him because by the time she had mentioned him, I was already deep in research on another part. And I just am at the point where, like, I feel I've researched enough. I've done enough. I will research if I feel something super important comes up, but I feel I know a lot and other people know a lot. And now people could put their thoughts and their feelings together. If something needs researched, it could be researched. However, I don't want to go doxing nobody else, talking about nobody else, bringing any new people into it. Although they're not really new people, they're not people that I've often spoke of. If you guys know something about them, please enlighten me. If there's proof of it, please, you're welcome to send a link and we can go from there. I'm just not going to go to people's Facebooks and shit, especially right now. I got court coming up in 2 days that I'm not going to, and I'm not going to make anything worse for myself at this moment. But I do want to hear what you guys know. So please feel free. Anything you know, stick it in the chat. All right.
never spoken to Allie or Hunter or Sherry or any of them. I've never even, attempted to reach out to them. I did send a message to Leslie and everything and told her that I did put up a little short and that she was in my prayers, as far as her son goes and the miscarriage of justice on her son. And, it's heartbreaking that that happens to begin with. And it's nonsense for someone to lose a life over a few pills. It's ridiculous. And, I don't understand how people can go real life on people that, aside, I'm changing the subject again, going away from Leslie. But I don't know why people go real life on people that don't want to have that, are innocent and don't want no part of anything.
It wasn't real life, see? And this is why I don't want to research no more, because a simple reaching out to somebody in Messenger and posting what they replied to me, which was very brief, it wasn't a long conversation, um, just to prove that I was not outside, or Penny or Squall or anybody was outside of Jody Sue Brown's house, hiding in the bushes, chasing her with flashlights. She was at that time accusing all of the YouTube creators, and I thought I was doing a favor for everybody by doing that. And instead, it turned around against me, and they all started to attack me. And this was a good portion of it. Swear to God, look, it's on 1.5. I like on Wondershare when I'm editing.
But, I just basically wanted to get on here and just blabber. And like I said, Chicken on a Stick might be joining up here in a minute. I'm not sure. And I thought I sent another link out to another guest, but I don't know if she's going to get it or not. She's still not linked it to hers. But I don't know anything about a $1,500 check. Who got a $1,500 check? Was it a stimulus check? Oh, yeah. My puppy gives everybody the stink eye. He's frozen in that position for eternal life. Oh, okay. I do not at all have anything to do with her anymore with TM. I've seen how she lies and crafts lies and how she trolls, and I dissociate from that.
Tiffany Marie. She never liked Tiffany,
I
though.
just draw the line and put that block up. And that's what I'm going to do when I see people going real life on people without, permission, even just like the small text, like, oh my gosh. Well, thank you. That surprised me. That's my first one. Thank you, Scott H. Um, it's just not fair, that you reach out to somebody and not even tell them that you're going to do that, at least tell them that you're going to take their screenshots. And, when I see people doing that from now on, I'm just, like Scott said the other day,
Girl.
you can just click and unsubscribe, unfollow, and you can choose not to watch that. Oh my gosh, Brandy, thank you so much. Y'all do not have to do that. The only reason that I monetized was just to
She hates Benny. She hates Tiffany, but there's Brandy B sending her $20. Like, yo, here's Squall. None of this shit makes sense. Whatever.
spot. I guess, because I was called a spider and everything. Oh, smarty pants, thank you. Y'all have to stop that. Stop, 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 stop. Oh my gosh. Y'all are gonna make me cry.
It's the spider tear
Y'all don't
group.
need to be doing this. You're making me bawl my eyes out. I just did it to become a part of the, an official spider and everything, and y'all absolutely do not have to do this. But I guess I'm officially a spider now. Did I make it up to tier 2? Oh my goodness. Y'all are too much. Thank you all.
What did she do to deserve that? That's what I want to know. I am to this day still so very, very confused why everybody thought Squall was top tier. Now, let me tell you something. A lot of you already know Squall and I did not get along from the beginning. Well, we did. Wait a minute. At the very first start of Summer's case, we did get along and we talked in Facebook groups. That is where I met her. She had started messaging me, sending me all the Frank Late stuff. Then she got fucking weird as fuck and did her blocking shit, right? Then all of a sudden she's on YouTube and all of the people that I talk to on YouTube as creators is like, yo, Squall, let's go. You're the best. Frank Light, aren't you? And I don't get the fandom for her. I don't get it. There's stories she went up on the hill under a fake name. She has been unable to prove that she is not, and I'm just going to say the fucking name because fuck it, they're already taking me to court, Rebecca Crawford. Okay? The one I had thought she was. Hold on. My weed's good. I got cotton mouth. Anyways, so as a matter of fact, one of these lives that I have, because she has so many that are like 8 to 12 hours long. One of them, she states that is exactly who she is. Now, let me tell you something. I have sympathy for her because if that is who she is, her husband passed away and she disappeared from YouTube. It makes sense to me. However, this man, from what people have told me in charges and all this other stuff, is actually up there with Jason Arnold when it comes to the drug business. I've been told, and I'm not fucking doxing anybody, so I'm not even going to prove it. You believe me or you fucking don't. But I have been told that he is the kingpin. Oh, yeah, no. I remember who told me. I will say it. TT told me. It's in our messages. That he is the kingpin of the area and that he had dealings on Light Hauler. Do I know that this is true? No. These are things TT told me. They're in our messages. My messages are posted. I could go find the video and share it in my community post or remake another video. However, that's going to wait till after my court hearing. Yeah. They also have a child who's in prison for very bad stuff with children. Unaliving would be one of them. However, let's carry on.
No way. Y'all are killing me. You don't need to do that. God love you all. I can't keep up. But I only did that just because I was being accused of doing it. And I didn't expect any of those to start, the super chats. Thank you all. The only thing that, is like people going real life on people And I'm trying not to cry. I'm trying my best not to cry.
Me contacting Amy brings her to tears.
It creates, a certain danger. I'm not saying that, it's a life imposing danger at all times, but, just a danger for them to have so much drama and unwanted attention. And, oh my gosh.
Truly mind blown.
They've tried to separate themselves from drama. They really have tried to put, a wedge between them and their drama.
When did Jody say that, Sassy? Are you serious? I'm not sticking up for neither of them, but come on. That's elaborate.
And that kind of goes back like to a long time ago in the beginning. I talked about traumatic normals. Everyone has a story. Everyone has a story, and everyone's story is different. There's no.
I've done some lives on her TikTok. I've told you guys who she is.
There's none that are exactly the same. And, everyone comes out of their childhood and grows up and, they turn into adults and they live their lives and just trying to make a life of their own and try to figure out their own life. And I've spoke a few times, small amounts on me. And, when I entered adulthood, I did not know how to be an adult. I didn't know how to adult properly until my 30s. And it wasn't that long ago. And
did you know how to adult properly in your 20s, Earl? Oh, he ain't in the room. He left the room. Damn it. Did you guys know how to adult properly in your 20s? Because I didn't. I agree with Squall on that. It took a lot of growing up and my son getting sick. I had to adult in my 20s, but did I want to? Was I a perfect adult? No, I fucked up. However, I wish I could go back to my 20s. I'd do it all over and I wouldn't change. Well, I'd change a few things. But for the most part, I don't think I'd change a damn thing.
I made a lot of mistakes and everything, and I've tried my best to own up to them. And when I see people making the mistakes I did for, the similar reasons that I did, I try to help them, and when y'all are too much, y'all need to stop that. Y'all are beautiful. Every one of y'all are beautiful. We can't reopen doors. Like, I came out and I spoke publicly. I'm the one that I put my story out there. I chose to do that myself. So, come at me. I don't care because, I'm the one that put myself up here on the stage. But for those who don't put themselves on the stage, the ones that do not invite it, the ones that, don't put themselves out there and audition, leave them.
Except for at the same time, Squall, I was being attacked because I said I didn't believe your story. However, again, Scott McBro did not allow me to finish what I was stating. I was stating I believe something happened, but it wasn't as elaborate as you stated it was because you said that TT stole your story or TT said you stole her story, one or the other. But when TT told me her story, it was nothing like yours. Not a damn thing like yours. Not one thing in that story was the same. So the story doesn't even make sense as to why you two would be on here fighting. So I would like both of you to repeat the story publicly. Okay? And let's figure out exactly what it is that's different because then there was some pictures thrown into it that Annie had sent TT of her when she was a child. I have them. They're in my messages. I've shared them. I've gone over them on a couple lives. You're welcome to go look at them. I'm at this moment covering this, so I'm not going to go over it. But there is a whole lot more to this shit, in my opinion. TT and Squall shouldn't even have known each other. And to be honest with you, one of the first accusations against Squall, against the Light family was that the Light families were searching on horse. Who can tell me who has a horse in a Light family? I've shared that too. And guess what? TT would be that person. She's the only person from the Light family that searched for Summer, from what I know.
Them alone. Just please leave them alone, because it opens trauma, that traumatic norm that they have worked so hard during their life to get away from, and everything. It brings it all back. It brings it every bit back. And it hurts, it hurts me to see that happen to them. And I know sometimes that, they'll say, well, I don't give a crap. I don't care, let them do it. But, I know that that's their wall. And behind that wall, they put that wall up, but behind that wall, they're crumbling, because they do have a heart, regardless, if they show it or not, or they say it or not, they do have a heart, and they do care about what is happening. And it does hurt.
And how would you know that, Squall, if you don't know her? If you've only spoken to her in a very brief, this was like a couple day time period of me putting out our messages. So how would you know what kind of heart she has? Well, I mean, she's Chicken's source, right? Like, man, you guys got some shit. I don't know what that shit is, but you guys got some shit. And it stinks, in my opinion.
Them. And unless they bring themselves out here and they put themselves, don't do it to them. And even when they do come out and they say, leave us alone, please, leave, don't splatter it all over the place that, you was able to get a response. I have spoken with a lot of potential suspects in this case, and I have been given, a lot of people have reached out to me and told me their personal stories about growing up in the community where Summer went missing. And for the love of God, I would not put their story out here at all, without their permission. And a few of them have actually given me permission to put their stories out here. And, it was a struggle, because I sat here thinking, if I put their story out here, then their abuser is going to know who I'm talking about. Their abuser could be listening right now. And I didn't want to do that to them, because I have seen what happens when a name gets mentioned on the YouTube streets. It's like a flock of vultures goes straight towards that person. And even though we've got the
All
mayor
these
suspect and everything, and many eyes are on her.
I don't think I have her very first lives. I have to look. However, all these locals came to her just about Frank Light. That's what the story she was spinning then. Is it true? I have no clue. Could he be that big of a predator? Absolutely. He has a record. Am I stating that he's not? No, I'm not Frank Light simping at all. But she came out here with a target, in my opinion.
Right now, there are so many suspects in this case that no one on YouTube or Facebook has mentioned, on a live or in a post. And, you know, at some point, at what point, do we stop, and I am guilty of throwing people under the bus. The mayor suspect, I'm very guilty of throwing her under the bus. But everything that I have put out there have been facts that, people have told me, and they have shown me receipts on. And when it comes from more than 2 or 3 sources, it's it validates it even more when those sources have no connection to one another. And sometimes, at times I have felt really, really shitty and really bad because of the things that I have put out there, even though it is the truth. You know, at where's the line? At what point do we stop crossing that line? And I've tried to focus on, just discussing and doing commentaries on what has come out of her own mouth. And thank you all so much. None of y'all had to do that, but it absolutely makes me feel like part of the gang, or the tiered spiders now. You all are beautiful. Thank you so much. And we got Piper in the house. She's here tonight.
Hey, how are you? I love you.
Thank you. I'm
You're
just sitting
welcome.
here bawling my eyes out.
I've been trying so hard to get on because of this new phone. I had to relog into StreamYard and I couldn't remember my password. And so I was like, oh my Lord. So I've been back here on the struggle bus. I'm so sorry it took me so long.
That's all right. That's okay.
Yeah. So I just wanted to come up and tell you that, I always think that the fruits always show, what the bearer is all about. And if you look at your chat, what's going on right now is beautiful. And, those are the fruits that you're bearing. So whatever it is you're doing, keep doing it. You're lovely. I love you so much. And we've had, we've said before, we've had our falling out, but that's, I think, because we're both being honest with each other. And,
yeah,
and, I just appreciate you. I appreciate you so much. And thank you for being my friend. And I'm just so happy for you. You deserve everything and more.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. And it's the support that's out there. There's a reason for it,
Yeah, Piper and I here, we had fallen out. I think it was last January.
Yeah, it's been a few months.
And we were talking earlier today and everything. We've apologized and we've looked back and we've laughed at it, actually, because
we were both so bullheaded. It's funny.
We absolutely were. But and I was just telling her, it was like, all of this stuff that is coming out now is stuff that I had been holding in back then, and that I did not want to come out and tell anyone about it, because they were, well, you all have heard some of the stuff that's been said, and it was really hard knowing these things and not being able to go and say them, because at the time, if I had said them, back then, I was being called an SA sympathizer, a Wells sympathizer. I was actually called a baby killer, and I've been called a pedo, and I've been called so many names from back then. And if I had have dared came out and said anything like what's coming out today, then I would have been crucified even harder. And
yeah, the Lord works in mysterious ways when he puts people into each other's lives, It's just, and I don't mean just you and me, I mean the whole community.
Absolutely, the entire community.
Right.
And
the spider cartel community.
And the hardest part has not been hearing it and holding it in. The hardest part is hearing it and no one knowing where Summer is. Because it's evil. I mean, and I do have a question, because there's something, and I really don't believe in stuff like, well, I'm not going to say I don't believe in it. I'm going to say that I don't mess with it, because I guess I watch too many horror movies and everything. But I've seen a lot of people drop a 1 if you have driven up Ben Hill Road. If you have actually been in a vehicle personally and drove up Ben Hill Road. I have never been past Don and Candace's driveway. I've never went any further than that. I went to the bottom of their driveway and I drove straight up their driveway. And when you go up Ben Hill Road, it's like one curve, like the first curve there. You go around that curve and you do feel something change. And like I said, I'm not going to say that I don't believe in it. I just don't practice. I don't discuss it normally. I don't do like the seances or the tarot cards, or I don't do that. But, during this case, a few times, I have my mind has kind of wandered to that, because going up there, once you go around that first curve, it's just like it gets thick.
Well, I can't remember if I told you this or not, but Andy said that, I won't say which property because I don't want people, it's not 125, it's none of them, none of those, but one of those properties up there is haunted. I mean, for generations, people have seen this same woman, this female apparition, ghost, whatever, and, they've just lived with it. He said it scared the crap out of him, though. He took off, and, he left when he saw it. I mean, there's definitely some sort of something up there, energy. Yeah, and I agree.
I believe that's the reason that I've never messed with it, because I am terrified that something will come through, because that's what I've.
What a ridiculous conversation, number one. Number two, why do you have to emphasize I never went past Dawn and Candace's driveway? I personally believe that's bullshit. I was in the bathroom, so I missed the rest, and I got coffee and water, and but I'm back. So let's listen. What are your guys' thoughts so far?
Always heard
We didn't really get into anything here yet.
that, that's what happens. You open the door.
Right.
And so that's the reason I've never partook, I guess is the word, or thought,
Yes. Never given it any airtime in your brain too much. Don't want to open that whole
right.
train of thought and open it, make yourself susceptible to who knows what.
But I've seen a lot of creators say that whenever they were on, whenever they went up through there, that it was like
I've heard that too.
that they could feel it. And, I don't want to dismiss that, to them that, yeah, there is something there.
Mm.
And it's like whenever I went up the Wells's driveway, it was like getting lighter and lighter, it was kind of like dissipating. But at the same time, I don't know if this would make sense. It's like when you're there, it's just like when you were on the actual property outside of your vehicle, if you got made it up to the house and everything, it was almost like it was reaching, as a reaching sensation. And you could feel it, but it wasn't there right beside you like it was down on the actual Ben Hill Road. And
That's, yeah, that feeling of, I know what you're, I don't know how to,
just the the
yeah,
darkness.
it's like an oppressive feeling.
I don't know what it was, but it's just like you feel something. I mean,
Yeah. And he said that ghost was there before his family even got there.
really.
Yeah. It's been there. I mean, and if you think about it, they've been there 200 years.
Tell us about the ghost, Andy. You want to tell us about the ghost? Who's that?
Who's that?
Is that Abdias?
I think so.
He said, I dare you. Uh-oh, my daughter's about to do something awful to her boyfriend.
He's talking.
Oh, he's talking to the dog. The dog was trying to pee. He caught him. Oh, Lordy. He got this little old dog. He's so cute, though. Can't help it. He said, I dare you. Did you catch him, Abdias? I'm live. Go ahead. Is Jasper out there? Can you let him out while you're after you take Ranger out? Oh, no. Never mind. Never mind. I didn't know. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry, but the photos of the Wells Hells look like something. I agree. I'm not going to disagree with that, Sassy. I'd be scared. You ever go down in that basement, Andy, while you were there? Were you scared? Not a ghost story time. There was ghosts up on Ben Hill Road. I believe in that shit. I believe in ghosts. I've had some scary shit happen. I swear I have a ghost in my house. My whole family and people that even come to visit and spend a night will say that they hear somebody they know in the house calling their name and nobody freaking called them. But it doesn't harm us or anything. I'm not scared of it. We call him Leland after our street. We laugh when he strikes. I swear one day he turned the vacuum on. Huh, Earl? What are some Leland stories?
Like the other day, I heard you call me.
Yeah. And we moved, don't ever answer it. I talk to it all the time.
It's like a mimic.
I tell it, yeah, it's like a mimic. I don't yell at it or anything. I'll be like, hi, how are you? There's a story one of my neighbors told me when we first moved in, that the people that lived here prior to the people that lived here before us had a child, and their child was riding a bike down the street and got hit by a car, and that the people moved out because there was a ghost in his house. Do I know that it's true? No, and I'm not even going to go looking into that shit because I don't want to know. But whatever, I think the ghost is a kid. And I think it's a girl, and I think she plays with us, and I'm not scared of her. I talk to her. Junior said there was a lady that went to pick up some doors from the Wells house, and the people said they could feel nothing but evil in that house. Yeah, that was I believe Pamela Sanchez, Sassy. There's a lot of stories about stuff like that. Well, they're taking me to court for my house so they can have my ghosts too. All right, let's get back to Squall.
Wow.
Yeah. You just wonder if there is some sort of just yuckiness and it just affects everybody. And then energy feeds into energy, you have your living ghosts too that feed into the energy of just yuckiness.
Yeah, you do. And I do believe that if you mess with the darkness and you play with that darkness and interact with that darkness, I do believe that, a door can open.
It's almost like a muscle. They say if you don't use it, you lose it. Well, that is something I would like to lose. I don't want to open any doors like.
Didn't Squall also make a big deal about the psychics, if I remember correctly? I think she did. But then here she's on here talking about the ghost. Okay.
That. But it's almost like if you use it, you also make it stronger. So giving it any energy.
Attention,
Yes.
Energy
Mm-hmm.
feeds it.
Yes.
It feeds off of that.
Until you feel like you're in control, maybe until you're not. We don't know. We're just humans. Those are God's secrets.
Yeah. They really are.
There is forbidden knowledge.
I just, I rebuke any kind of evil like that. I pray.
Mm-hmm.
I was already praying, every time I went to Don and Candace's, I prayed all the way there, especially when I hit Beach Creek Road. I was praying for protection and everything.
I rebuke you too. Rebuke you both.
I don't know much about the stuff, like I said, because I stay away from it. But, the more I hear other people say, that they felt it,
in the hallway
about it and everything, I can't
top of the
sit here and say,
steps.
oh, no, they're out of their heads. They're just talking crazy shit for clicks and views because, it was.
Damn it, this video stops after so
Looked
long.
up, about Leslie Hill's son. And, I did the short. I thought about going into commentary on it. And I didn't want to go into commentary simply because, it did appear to be a miscarriage of justice on that. And that is heartbreaking. And, I've never spoken to Leslie. I've never spoken to Allie or Hunter or Sherry or any of them. I've never even, attempted to reach out to them. I did send a message to Leslie and everything and told her that I did put up a little short and that she was in my prayers, as far as her son goes and the miscarriage of justice on her son. And, it's heartbreaking that that happens to begin with. And it's nonsense for someone to lose a life over a few pills. It's ridiculous. And
okay, so I don't know the story behind Leslie Hill's son. If anybody wants to fill me in, I'd appreciate that.
I don't understand how people can go real off on people that, aside, I'm changing the subject again, going away from Leslie. But I just, I don't know why people go real off on people that don't want to have that, are innocent and don't want no part of anything.
Squall didn't want that information. Linda did. The one that's suing me. Squall wanted me not to bring it out. Squall was angry that I spoke about it. She said I was attacking the locals and putting them in danger and fuck me. I have videos where she said all YouTubers, all of us, even the ones that she was friends with, she was out for. I have the messages that state that. So I've shown them and I'll show them again eventually if we're going to keep going through this stuff. But yeah, she didn't want the chicken stuff out. Holy fucking shit. Uh-oh. What's holy fucking shit? What the fuck? Uh-oh. You guys got me worried. Yeah, Squall didn't want the chicken fighting stuff out. That's what they all wanted to, I feel, prevent me from putting out, which really I don't think there was anything in it. Most of it was about Wayne Warlock and Karen Renfro, and there was nobody else in it that I feel is connected to them. So apparently they wanted to see if I had something in there that was connected to them, in my opinion. I'm speculating, but there wasn't. That's why I'm being sued, Jaded. That's what I think. Brain dead fucks are killing me. Am I a brain dead fuck? Andy? I don't think I ever heard Squall's channel. Oh, little Dev, she's a whole mess. And people bowed to her. Hi, Stephanie. Sorry I missed you coming in. Oh, I don't even know what the fuck she's talking about. I'm giving her a break. I'm burned out from her. I explained it earlier. Um, Somebody had asked earlier to go over this stuff. I think it was John Davis. Yeah, it was. But he's not here tonight. It might be too late for him. He usually comes on early, so I'm sure he'll watch later. But he wanted me to go over the chicken stuff, so I am, and he was in here defending her, and apparently it seems as though she or Kevin have reached out to him. Hey, Andy, could you elaborate a little bit on your friendship with Kevin since Jody Sue's been bringing it up and about him selling your son a car? Was it the green car? Could you possibly tell the story of Chicken on a Stick again? If it would be easier for you to come on panel and do so, I will get off panel so that you could answer some questions referring to that because my chat had some questions for that earlier. And I gave them the answers that I could to the best of my knowledge from things Jody Sue has said to me, but I don't know if they're reality, and I would really like to get your take on it. I don't even understand why she came here. Who, Squall or Chicken? Or Linda? All right. Or all of them. Chicken. Yeah, I don't either, Andy. And for a long time, I accused you of being why. But I also feel Jody Sue and her sister have something to do with it. That's my opinion. That's speculation based off of what I have been through with these people and how I feel after 2 years of this bullshit. Now, Kevin is my friend. He gave Boog a car. Okay, now the whole chicken on a stick thing. Can you tell me again? And I know you've said it before about why you kicked her off your property and what that whole story was, the green car story. I'd appreciate that. I don't even think that it has anything to do with this, but it tells us that Chicken's been to Ben Hill, knows people in Ben Hill. She's related to people in Ben Hill, right? So I'm just so baffled by her. Okay. Okay, that would be about the online fight because Jody Sue went out with her friends and Chicken was jealous, right? Because that's what Jody told me, that's what the fight was over. Is that correct?
But, I just basically wanted to get on here and just blabber. And like
3
I
or
said,
4
Chicken on a Stick
years.
might be joining up here in a minute. I'm not sure. And I thought I sent another link out to another guest, but I don't know if she's going to get it or not. She's still not linked it to hers. But I don't know anything about a $1,500 check.
Didn't this already play? Am I muted? No. What the hell is going on here? It did that skipperoo thing. Here, we're going to split this so don't do that again from this point. I might have to clear my cache, guys. I'm sorry. We're kind of re-listening to a little bit. Not much.
Things are getting the attention that they deserve.
Me too. Me too. I think it's
Oh, no. It skipped it. Hold on. Here's what we're going to do. Canva's doing its dumb shit. Let's go to when Chicken gets on and just start over there. Since Andy's in the chat now too, he can listen. Maybe he might be able to enlighten us a little bit on it.
Thank you.
What were we talking about before you were so rudely like booted?
I know. Like or well, not really Andy, but Jody Sue and her life as a person around here.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah.
As far as I know, I don't think that she's had any like real work history except for maybe when she was dancing.
She's had a few other jobs too, but they've not lasted for a variety of reasons. It seems.
Yeah.
Desire of the Heart asked, who is Squall speaking of as a suspect? I can answer that for Squall. I hope you don't mind me speaking for you, Squall, but everybody's a suspect. Jody Sue, Andy, anybody that was anywhere near that area and some that weren't, everybody's a suspect.
Absolutely.
Every one of them.
I became a suspect the first day that I went to visit Candace. I became a suspect.
I'm probably a suspect.
I don't know if I'm a suspect. I would say probably not, but
I would just say anybody who has kind of inserted themselves would be looked at least.
Yes, that's probably true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I shouldn't say suspect might be too strong a word, but you know what I'm saying.
Person of
Person of interest. Well, actually, Scott corrected us on that, and I'm glad he did, because I've always thought that a person of interest was actually the person they thought might have committed the crime, and a suspect was just maybe they did, maybe they didn't, maybe they have additional information. But so I didn't know. I would get those mixed up.
Right. I don't know the difference either. So, yeah.
Oh, Crime and Justice is in here. Hello, welcome.
Well, Scott could probably do a better job. He did a beautiful job describing it in his community post. I think it was yesterday.
Which community post?
Scott H. from yesterday.
Did I see his? I don't even know what we're talking about now because of my cat, and I was answering a message.
we were talking about the difference between a suspect and a person of interest.
Yes. I heard y'all talking about that. It just like, but I was like, okay, wait a second. What did Scott put in his post?
It's hard to watch. It's hard to watch chat and listen to people at the same time.
Yes.
Yes. There are so many more suspects and has out here, and I've heard about only a few of them, but there are a lot more suspects that YouTube has not even dreamed of.
Yes. Yes. I come across a couple of them. Not like physically face to face, but just listening to people talk.
Yeah, you're like, okay, who's that guy? Or like, how did they?
Exactly. Yeah. Wait a minute. What? Who was that? Now tell me.
And I'm telling you, 99% of the well, I'm not going to say 99% of the suspects. I'd say 75% of the suspects make Don and Candace look like saints.
Yes, that is. Yeah.
That is so sadly accurate.
It is. Yes, Chicken. Thank you for clarifying that. Yes, it's sadly accurate. Yes. Yes.
Doug says Don accused me of taking Summer, and he's never even been to Tennessee.
And he said, nor have I taken kids. I'm glad he threw that in at the end, just because you never know. They'd be like, oh, so you're taking kids from California?
Well, I think I remember that conversation. He was like, well, how do I know you didn't take my daughter?
I remember that
you
too.
didn't take Summer.
Yeah.
And for Don, and I mean, that's true, because there have been cases where people have gone missing and people have been murdered, and the loved one of the victim, is sitting there daily talking to the person who took their loved one's life, and they don't even know it.
Yes.
I don't think that Don actually accused you, but he was just kind of being like sarcastic,
proving a point. Like, you see what I'm saying? For all I know, it could be you, is what he was kind of. But I don't know,
because that has happened before. I can't remember the case, but there was a mother and her daughter went missing and was killed, and it come to find out it was her husband that did it, and they were looking at somebody else because of the way that the stepfather was saying, well, you need to look here, and and the wife was taken defending him, thinking he would never do that. He loves her. The relationship between them is just like it was a biological relationship, father daughter. No, and then it was like 4 or 5 years later, come to find out he was the one that did it.
Wow.
So it was like
that's creepy.
That is creepy. I have a question that I have. I've had a few people ask me this. What do you all think about the vigils? Do you think it's safe? What do you think? The upcoming vigils. Sorry to change subjects.
I think it's a good topic. Yeah, I think it's a great topic.
I believe that is safe. I don't, as far as, violence goes.
Right. Uh-huh.
I don't feel in my heart, I don't believe anybody would go there to do physical harm to anyone, but I do believe.
Which reminds me, I think that the fire, Andy, do you know what the outcome was of the fire at the stables before the last one? Do you know if they figured out what sparked that fire? I'm really curious about that and the timing of it.
That there's going to be trolls in there trying to disrupt the live streams.
Mm-hmm.
That if anything happens, I think that would be what would happen.
Mm-hmm.
I believe there would be trolls going there to disrupt the live streams at the command of Mayor
Yeah.
Suspect.
Yeah, because she told about how to do it. Like, hey, Mariah Carey or Disney, they take those down immediately.
Right. So, but
People, people
now,
kind of
now when the trolls go in there and start, doing what they're told to do, if they go in there and do what Mayor Suspect has commanded them to do, I think somebody might throat punch them. I mean, I wouldn't put it past somebody to get mad and just throat punch the troll.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of rednecks around here. Hot-headed people. It's a vigil for a little girl.
Yeah.
Disrespecting, we ain't big on that.
And chicken on a stick. For I see a lot of new people in my chat. Well, for my chat, they're new to my chat that have never heard you talk before.
Mhm.
Would you like kind of brush over one little thing that Jody Sue talks about?
There was someone with I found something about someone named Pruitt with ties, well, a missing child, someone from Wisconsin, someone from Georgia, from Dandridge. It was in my live from earlier. Hey, Karen, how are you? Okay. I think that's what Tic Tac was asking you about, if you see my live from earlier today.
People that drive by constantly where she's at, and
Mhm.
that God forbid a Tennessee boy stop at a stop sign and rev his engine and blow some black smoke, kind of
Right.
thing. Would you kind of like give them insight to what the traffic is like there? She does not live in a holler anymore.
No, she don't live in a holler, and she don't live real far from the main road. There are like two ways to go. When she talks about like people seeing them at the gas station, there's two gas stations. People, like, after you get off the interstate, there's two gas stations that you can pick before you go a long distance with no access to any gas stations. And her road is a road that's traveled by so many people who live way past her. She's like at the beginning of this area where a lot of people live, and so she's going to get traffic. I mean, there's so much of her property too is like by the roadside.
Right, she's right at an intersection.
Yes, at an intersection. And so, yeah, you got to.
We have 1 inch on the ground as of right now, and it is 13 degrees. It doesn't tell me the wind chills. 1 to 2 inches expected tomorrow. This is why I hate living in the fucking north. These are the days I'd like to go back to Miami in the winter. I wish I was rich, because I would travel the seasons 100% for sure. Be away from the hurricanes in the summer and away from the cold in the fucking winter. I hate this shit. And I live on a hill that's as steep as Mount fucking Everest. So when we get even the tiniest bit of snow, we get fucking stuck, because I'm right in the valley. I never thought of that when we picked our house out. Never. Not in a million years did I think, oh, it snows. Let's not move in the valley of a big giant hill. I'm sure y'all in Tennessee understand. It sucks too. Man, it's so pretty there, though. I'd rather be looking at all the trees in the forest. Although I can't say we don't have that here. Like where I grew up in Glassport, if you lived up on the hill where I lived when we first moved there, it's all woods around. And I guess it could kind of be like relatable to Rogersville, but not really, because all around that it's country, like country. Like everything's cotton, cows and horses and all that other shit. You don't have the hills, the pines, you have it around it, like the golf courses and shit. There's a lot of country around our city, but Like Elizabeth is really big. Buena Vista, Monaca, Monessen, Monongahela, like all out that way. That's where I'm from. And I've lived all over it. McKeesport, Duquesne. They're like little cities with countries all over. It's so fucking weird here. I hate it here. Warm is better. I just don't like the hurricanes. I hate them. And I have family down in Lauderdale and Miami. Like I could go there anytime I wanted. My dad's best friend would put me up in 2 seconds, but fuck that. Them hurricanes are scary. I feel like the Carolinas on the inland, but not too far from the ocean, would be nice. Or Texas is beautiful. I actually love Texas. Like Austin, I've been there and it's so pretty. Arizona, my dad had land in Arizona. I'm not even sure if I can get it now. I think it's gone, but it's on the Mexican border, so I don't want that shit anyway. Um, you love your mountain. Man, if summer's case ever comes to an end and it's safe, Karen, I would love to come visit your mountain and see the wildlife. Not to stay or anything, just to come see the bears and them bobcats you sent me. That's crazy. I couldn't. I'd be so scared, I think. But I would be intrigued by it too. I'd probably set up trail cams and have them little windows where the animals come in. You like the storms? Texas weather is cold. I don't know. It was beautiful when I was down there. And I was like, we went and seen that bridge where at dusk all the bats come out from underneath of it. Dude, that was the coolest shit I ever seen in my life. No kidding. I thought I was going to be so scared, but I would go see it again and again and again and again. It is like a rainbow of black bats. It's the strangest, weirdest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life, but amazing. I have an ex-boyfriend that lives in the North Carolina beaches. He's a dickhead. South Carolina coast. I've never been to the South Carolinas. And my sisters go down often. My one sister, her father has a timeshare down there or some shit. Okay, let's get back to this because I'm sitting here chatting about weather and states.
I think one way you have to stop, the other way you just like kind of speed on through if you can. But I don't know. She thinks people revving the engine at her. I don't think so.
And if you know anything about the country boys and stuff, I mean,
They look like snow dogs, Karen. They do. I thought that.
yeah,
Even their cars.
They do it at red lights. They do it at stop signs. You do, like when you come up on a stop sign, you see a big old truck in front of you. You automatically know you do not get right up on their hind end before you stop. You stop like 10, 15, yeah, you stop 10, 15 feet back because all of a sudden
they're gonna
you're gonna hear a whoa, and there's this big black cloud of smoke that just engulfs you.
Yeah.
That hurt my throat, but did I do a good job on
Yeah,
that?
you did a good job.
But yeah, that big black, they're rolling coal. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, and
I couldn't think of it. I knew that's what the word was, but
yeah,
but
rolling coal.
yeah, and God forbid one of these Tennessee boys do that.
Well,
oh
hell,
my goodness,
a
and
country
especially
boy
at a stop sign.
a country boy will rev a freaking lawnmower engine if he can, if it'll rev fast enough.
Yeah. They'll stop in the middle of the road and do it with no stop sign,
right?
And no red light. You know.
Yes, just a fishtail and look at their rubber that they laid.
Yes, they do that all the time.
I know,
everywhere.
We do that happens out here too. You'll just be driving and you'll see the rubber on the road that they left.
And another thing that's famous here too is that my mind just went blank.
Do they do drag racing and stuff like that? Is that
they do a lot of stuff at Bristol?
Okay.
Yeah, like as far as the roads and stuff go, they've kind of they.
Guys, I'm going to step away for a minute because this lipstick I have on is fucking sticky as fucking. It's driving me crazy. I have to keep turning my camera off so I'm not picking at my mouth in front of y'all. I'm going to go wipe this shit off. You guys listen. I'll be right back.
There have been accidents where they still do it and everything, like on 11E and everything. They get caught and there's been some deaths, where they do it. So it's not as bad as it used to be, like back in the 80s.
Right.
But they still try to get away with that. And
Oh yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
do that. But it's like one thing too. It's like a lot of people will say like, "Oh, they're shooting guns at my house and everything," and it's not gun. It's not even guns. It's that, and it's not. Oh
Backfiring.
no, it's. I'll think of the word in a minute. They blow it up
A balloon?
and it goes a big boom, and I mean it shakes the ground for miles and miles and miles.
Oh, I don't know.
Is it Tannerite?
Tannerite, that's it.
Yeah.
And it's not actually Tannerite because
Oh.
Tannerite is a brand name.
Yeah.
Tannerite is like the brand name of it.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah.
one of the
Yeah,
brand names.
But you know what I'm talking about, But
Those
I mean,
little M80 things? Is somebody
oh
saying in
no,
the
it's not
chat?
little M80 things. This is like,
Yeah.
I mean, it
It's
sounds
like
like
really
dynamite. It sounds
nothing.
like you're getting. It sounds like you're getting bombed.
But
Real
that's what
bombed.
cameras used to do back in the day to blow
Well,
out stunts and stuff.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, and we also like to blow shit up because we have the space to.
Right.
You know, you can't do that shit in the city.
No.
Right. So it's like, a lot of times it's like we'll have people that move here from not in the area and everything, and then they'll get their first experience of Tannerite, and they're like they're hiding.
I've had
And
them
it's so
even.
funny.
I've had them even hear gunshots and get panicky. Like, did you hear those gunshots last night? And it's like, yeah, you're gonna probably hear those most every day in the summer, fall, spring, winter.
Anytime, really, it can just happen.
Yes.
People who like
Yes.
go towards the gunshots, like what
Yeah. Doesn't have to
happened?
be 4th of July or New Year's here.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know that feeling. We do it for fun, got you. Karen, you're missing it. You know what? I love looking at the ocean. I definitely don't like swimming in it. I wipe that shit off. I don't know why. Certain matte lipsticks, they feel funky on my lips. I'm a weirdo, I guess. But born and raised in the snow jaded. Where was I going? The ocean. The ocean is beautiful to look at. Going in that bitch? Oh, hell no. There's sharks, whales, jellyfish. When I was a kid, I had no qualm going in it. I didn't mind the salt water, but now when I go in it, I come out and my legs are ashy as fuck. They itch. But I will tell you, the sand will pedicure the shit out of your feet. So the beach is definitely worth it. Yeah, I don't like swimming in it neither. We always had our own pool or swim at a neighbor's or one of the hotels my dad was doing his shit at. You love boogie boarding. I never really did any of that. I did parasailing. I've gone on boats, but I don't like going deep into the ocean. It's scary to me. I think of the Titanic and shit, you know? That's where the aliens are at, Stephanie. What is it? The triangle. Yeah, they're somewhere. Shit. Okay, let me put this back on.
You go to some of the football games over in Virginia, and every time their football team makes a touchdown, they blow a cannon.
That's funny.
Huh?
Oh, I hadn't heard about that, but that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, it sounds funny.
It is. And I imagine going to a football game and not expecting it and everything, and you're just sitting there and the team makes a touchdown, then boom, a cannon goes off.
One of my best friends I grew up with for years, when we were like first becoming adults, she used to offer like, I'll pay for you. Let's go on a cruise. It was always a fuck no for me. Like, we're not going on a cruise. I remember when that girl threw her man overboard and they couldn't find him and they didn't charge her. That shit is scary as fuck. I ain't fucking with no ocean, no fish. They don't know nothing about the bottom of that shit. Planes disappearing that shit. Fuck no. I used to be able to swim really good in the ocean when I was younger. I'd say till I was like 14, and then I was like, yeah, I'm done with this shit. My hair started getting dry and sandy. Ridiculous. Okay.
Oh my.
And blowfish. I remember I used to be terrified of blowfish. Me and my sister would take the seaweed and shake it out in the buckets, and the fish would fall out, and we'd always get a fucking blowfish, and my dad would scare the fuck out of us. Like, if it stung us, we'd die forever.
Don't eat it unless it's cut right.
Shut up, Pearl.
That's true.
Goodness, Doug has a good point. Doug says, "Can we check on if we can say blow shit up, or is that like milk?"
I'm lactose intolerant, Doug.
Well, I'm just worried about osteoporosis. So we're gonna get. Oh yeah, people are gonna say that we were talking about blowing stuff up. Oh my goodness, I didn't even think about that. Jeez, I see people talking about gun rights and stuff. So now I'm concerned. I didn't
Oh
think
my
about
goodness.
that. Our redneck is showing you guys.
Yeah.
Right.
Put your collars up.
Yeah. Did you guys happen to catch, which, hopefully you missed it, but, did you see earlier?
Redneck or city piper? Because just a moment ago you were talking about you're from the hood and there's gunshots every day, and now you're the redneck. You're confused, lady.
I can't even remember what she was going on about. I watched it for a few minutes, but
I've seen people talking about people, but I didn't see what the person was actually talking about. You know what I mean?
yeah, I was thinking about it, and then like it totally escaped me. It's like, okay, now what was she talking about? But she didn't have anything to say about Amy, which kind of made me feel bad.
You mean she didn't defend her at all?
No, not at all, not at all.
Was that already out there when she did her live? I don't know.
I think so.
What
Well,
happened?
that's a
I was letting my
bummer.
dog out. I had to let my dog out.
We were
That's
talking about Jody Sue today, what she posted,
Hmm.
which it was like going to the doctor. Oh my God, and the sign.
Jody Sue absolutely defended her sister. She continues to defend her sister. And it's the thing that makes Jody Sue the most mad at me. She doesn't want me talking about her sister at all. So we had one lie earlier. Ding, ding, here's two. I'm sure there was a few more others in there that I didn't catch. But they tried to make it as if Jody Sue wasn't defending her sister. And that's just a bold-faced fucking lie. Okay.
And y'all didn't hear about the sign?
No.
The sign.
Okay, now. Okay, bear with me.
General Jones cracks me up.
Her and her daughter was going to the Sonic, which has to do with the Sonic that Summer went to because there's two Sonics in Kingsport, and this one's closer, and so they went to that Sonic, ironically. Okay, so anyway,
Again, not trying to defend Jody Sue, but you sort of can't help it here. These bitches are just sitting up on panel talking about there was an evil spirit on Ben Hill Road, but then they're going to go make fun of Jody Sue for seeing a sign from God that she doesn't believe in, that she talked about on a receipt from Sonic. Like, these are catty ass fucking bitches, in my opinion. Y'all catty as fuck. Catty as fuck. None of this have anything to do with fucking Summer. Oh, sorry, with Summer. I don't mean to say the F. None of this have anything to do with. I know, smack my mouth. And I was just covering Shay earlier. But Jody Sue said the GD. I get it, why that would upset people. Shay's aggressive.
Her cussing's really aggressive.
Earl says Shay's cussing is really aggressive.
I'm gonna go out there, rip that door off, and tell her.
Come over here and do it. They can't hear you.
That was funny.
Come over here and do it. They can't hear you. Here, Earl's gonna
Did they hear that?
parody Shay.
Did they
Go
hear
ahead.
that one?
No.
I'm gonna go up to that trailer. I'm gonna rip that door off, and I'm gonna tell her.
He's such a fucking.
You're bringing out my bad side.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry. Oh my gosh. Earl, tell me I wasn't on the phone with her while she went to her neighbors, and what did she do?
Oh, she bought some Xanax.
Yeah, she was buying Xanax while I was on the fucking messenger thing with her. Like, yay. That girl is fucked up. I don't want to hear nothing. There ain't no ifs, ands, buts, or about it. Shay is a tweaker, yo. Okay. In my opinion. My husband's as well.
she orders her drink, and the lady who's bringing it out's name is Candace, not spelled like Candace, like D-U-S, but D-I-C-E. And then she realized that she was listening to John Henley, Voice of Summer, and it said Summer's gone. So she thinks she got a message from the universe that may have really been meant for Candace, saying that Summer's gone.
Really?
Through all that. Yeah. She showed the stupid receipt, the stupid Sonic receipt with like the Candace name. It's like, what is wrong with you?
Well, if she wants to call that a sign,
What?
I've got a sign. I said, if she wants to call that a sign, I've got a
Uh-huh.
sign. I've had a couple of signs.
I've had some signs too, but yeah.
Jody Sue's. Oh no, there she went again.
Oh no, she was just getting ready to talk to.
Jody Sue, she's like the holler bunny, and I guess that was Bunny was her name when she was back in the Discord chats and everything. She called herself Bunny because that was her stripper name.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Andy said that was her stripper name.
And the other night when Piper here had her live, I was on it. Piper was on it. Scott H was on it. Who else was on?
Cam and Allie, Ziggy came on for a little bit. I think that's it, isn't it? Us four. Well, Chicken on Stick. You, me, Shay.
Right. And there was at one point in that live I was talking about where I had went offline for a couple of months, for like 2.5, 3 months.
Right.
And what happened while I was talking about that?
That whole night is a blur.
What did you see out your window?
Oh, that's when I saw that owl come down and snatch that rat. It was the weirdest thing, you all. It was so crazy. I was sitting here listening to everybody talk on the panel, and I heard a commotion, like that sound that rabbit makes when they're getting attacked or they whatever. And my cat like ran to the window too to watch. And I looked out and could see like an owl struggling with what looked like a rabbit. And then it took off with the freaking rabbit.
Right at the same time that I was saying that.
You know what that reminds me of? Do y'all remember when Jody Sue was posting a video of somebody and saying they were involved in Summer's case, and that now they live in Texas, and this lady, a hawk came out of the sky and bit a snake off of her arm, and Jody kept sharing that fucking video over and over and over. Who the fuck are them people? Does anybody know? We'll have to watch that, because to be honest with you, it's funny as fuck. Remember that video? Oh, my husband left the room. He would have been happy to hear me talking about that. Okay, hold on. He thinks it's hysterical. It is sort of fucked up. Dark humor, I guess. I'm sorry.
I took my own time out and everything while I was talking about that. That happened. And I've got a tattoo of an owl on my back.
The same tattoo. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I've got that one. I think was Wi-Fi that kicked her off that time.
Oh, there we go.
But, if Jody Sue wants to, look at the signs and stuff, there's her sign to think about.
that was a pretty big sign. That was so weird. And I looked in the chat and like Lean on Me was like, wow. But I don't know if she was talking about that or something else, but really nobody else really mentioned it and just kept on talking. And I was still sitting there dumbfounded over what I'd just seen. And so Squall and I were talking about it the other day, and we thought, well, I wonder what we were talking about when that happened. And sure enough, that's what we were talking about.
Okay, like the receipt or like what? I'm confused.
Oh,
Filler and Squall.
The other night when I was up on CSI Piper's Live with Scott H and Shay Safe Place and Cracking Cases was on there. Ziggy jumped up for a little bit, and I think you were on there too. There at one time I was talking about how I had taken my break, for like 2 to 3 months, and I was offline, and Jody Sue did not keep my name out of her mouth. Piper's cat started acting funny, went to the window, and she looked out and she heard a noise, and right as she heard it, she saw an owl just like take off with the rabbit. And and everything, and I've got a tattoo of an owl on my back.
Wow.
And I think the other piece of that is that Chicken on a Stick missed is that Jody Sue calls herself Bunny.
Yes,
I'm smoking
that's what she called herself in the Discord chat when she first came to YouTube and went to Scott H. That was her stripper name, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
How about that?
So we were like, ooh, if she wants to talk about signs.
I mean, I'm a sign person, and so like
mm-hmm.
I like pay attention to signs, but like this one, I was like,
that's a little out there because why would
And you got the Sonic receipt showing us, like, and Summer had been to that Sonic.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird.
It's very weird.
It's almost like the Telltale Heart. Have you ever heard that by Edgar Allan Poe?
I'm going to drop a link if.
Or was you bothered because you live in the same area, Chicken? Maybe it bothered you because Jody Sue was so close. We'll leave it at that.
What year was that?
I think around 2005. He said.
A long time ago.
Yeah, he said it was about 2005 because they got in a car accident. That's why he remembers.
Oh, somebody took care of that real quick.
Who, Squall or Chicken? Because I think they're both still here. I can tell you I know Squall's here. And I guess she's grateful for me going over the James Light stuff. I think it's her. Somebody sent me a super chat. I don't get super chats often, but somebody sent me a $15 super chat in the name of somebody who was busted in that whole James Light ring. And I know that that girl's still in prison, so it wasn't her. And said that I appreciate you going over this. So I think I'm speculating that it was Squall, and I appreciate that she did that. And I do base a whole lot of my research off of things that she had said, because I always found some of the things she said suspect. I would have a conversation with Squall. I would like to hear where she stands today, how truthful she would be if she would come out and reveal herself and tell people who she was, if she has any insight, if she wants to deny anything I said respectfully as an adult. Not as a sissy ass fucking baby that pulls a gang of fucking people together because their butt ass fucking hurt because somebody said they didn't fucking believe them. Okay? Because that only makes you look more sus, in my opinion, even though all of these people were sucking your fucking ass. For what reason, I do not know. You are not the queen of motherfucking anything, in my opinion. And I am not going to be one of those that's going to suck your fucking ass when you have played games like this in the case of 5-year-old missing Summer Wills, who's now going to be 9 next month. Now, I get it, you and Candace were friends, whatever, but you have the whole Kathy the friend shit. Like, girl, you just got too much going on when it comes to this fucking case, and you're one of them people like Sissy Bible who hides their face. I find that shit odd. Now, I don't know who this woman is, for sure. I speculate who she is. It's already been said, it's out there. They made such a huge ass fucking deal about it that there's no hiding it or denying it. And do I still feel that she is that person? I do. I've always said that. Nobody's ever shown me otherwise. They've tried. And every time they've tried to point me to an old lady named Elaine, who Squall says is her name as she goes up on the hill. It doesn't make sense to me because there is no way in hell Squall is that old. There are things that Squall says about timelines of her going to college, friends she had of her age. She states them people were the same age as her. There is no way in hell that Squall is that old lady. And I find it extremely fucking funny that all of these people, like TT, she was the first to point me in that direction, and then Lisa Kay was the second. And it's fucking weird. The same person, two people that don't even know each other, right? So that's kind of fucking odd. I would like to know why. I'm not going to go harass and stalk an 80-year-old woman, no matter whether if she has guilt or not. Y'all do that shit. I'm done, and I'm done with your fucking setups. Okay?
Quick.
Yeah.
Thank you, whoever.
Got rid of the D.
Yeah.
Speaking of D,
Or if anybody else wants to grab the link and come up and have a chat, or they can do that too.
Have you all heard about people renting maybe spots on the property on Ben Hill?
what did you say?
People renting kind of like little spots, kind of like tents.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That is
they'll
insane.
be
Have
they'll be
fun.
probably camping on a lot of carcasses.
That's what it sounds
Like
like.
the police won't raid that at like 2 in the morning, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I wouldn't want to go up there for the carcasses.
Yep. All over the place, probably up there.
is the whales still on the
Absolutely, I would tic tac, but he would have to understand that I would treat him the same as I treat everybody, and it would be a biased and unbiased opinion, and I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I don't do it for Andy. Why would I do it for him? You know what I mean? Like, I don't do it for Fred. Why would I do it for him? However, I don't believe that Frank Light would do that because he's not allowed public. He's not allowed online because he's on the Megan's Law list. So I probably could do it in a recorded phone call. I would have no fucking problem interviewing that man, none whatsoever, or his brother Roy, or Annie. Hi, Annie, where you at, bitch? Maybe even your husband. Okay? I would have no problem, in my opinion. Let me make sure I state bitch in my opinion. I would have absolutely no problem interviewing any of them, and I wouldn't even have to interview them. I would let them come up and state what they wanted. I would take myself off panel and allow them the chance to talk, where I'm not making an opinion and you guys can form and base that on your own. And if they wanted to relay to me or talk to me, then I would have a conversation with them. Absolutely. And I have even, in like a year ago, written Karen Renfro and been like, hey, any way you can get me in touch with Frank? And she's like, I don't know. I don't know if he'd do an interview, or I don't really know them. She didn't want to do it. So I don't know. I would be willing. Absolutely, I would be willing. I don't understand how somebody comes out, makes an accusation of R against somebody, and then says, but I don't want them to know who I am, while telling the story of being in the trailer, putting a diaper, giving me beer, maybe slipping me something. Like, do you think that Frank Light wouldn't remember who that was that he did that to? So it makes absolutely no sense for her to say all that time that she was out here that her life is in danger. If anybody else turns, she can't show her face because Frank Light did these things to her, and she has to stay hidden. Her identity has to stay hidden, even though she's coming out and telling a story of something that happened to her by him. Can any of you make sense of that? Again, if people would have allowed me to explain, that would have been part of it. I didn't get that opportunity. I'm fucking saying it now. My feelings have not changed.
Market, does anybody know?
No.
No.
I don't think that they can sell it the way that because it was willed to Don.
Uh-huh.
And the only way that he could take the deed to the land in his name is if he was married.
Okay.
And I can't remember what it is, but I think there's something drawn up in that clause to where that property has to stay in the family.
Maybe it can't be sold to a non-heir.
Flies on the coleslaw. Yes, exactly. Just your comment. So many yeses.
Guys, we missed it because of my blabbering. Let me go back a few moments. This is something I have spoken about over and over. We'll go back. Where are we? Hold on. 103. Let's go back to about 101. Here, we'll just start at 1 hour. I would like you guys to listen to her talk about the Wells property and buying it. Oh, and by the way, Karen would probably know. Karen, I want to have a conversation with you, if it's okay, about exactly how the family Moorlock Farms works. Like, is it being aired down because it's still a part of Moorlock Farms? It's still trusted out to the Moorlocks. So Dawn doesn't have like full, I believe that's how it goes. Dawn it has to be sold, because it's still part of this division of the Moorlock Farms. So, but you hear Chicken ask, is it being sold? I want you to listen to this, because I feel this could possibly, speculating, be motive.
Chicken on the stick miss is that Jody Sue calls herself Bunny.
Yes. That's what she called herself in Discord chat when she first came to YouTube and went to Scott H. That was her stripper name, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
How about that?
So we were like, ooh, if she wants to talk about signs.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a sign person, and so like,
Mm-hmm.
I like pay attention to signs, but like this one, I was like,
that's a little out there, because why would yeah.
And you got the
Is yours still part of Morlock Farms, though? Do you know what the stipulations are, like if the Wells wanted to sell? If not, is there any way you could find out for me? Like, not like general family direct information, but like what it would be like. Isn't there something you have to do when it's part of one of those divisions? Like the Wells can't just go sell their property no matter what, right? Okay.
Sonic receipt showing us like,
Mhm.
and Summer had been to that Sonic.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird.
It's very weird.
It's almost like the Telltale Heart. Have you ever heard that by
Yeah,
Edgar Allan
it's one
Poe?
of my faves.
I'm
Yeah.
going to drop a link if Doug wants to come up here and tell us a joke.
Oh, fun. I've never talked to Doug.
He can just come up here and tell us a joke. And
I don't think she worked at the Mouses there. I think she worked at Bottoms Up.
Andy said that it got raided and they shut down.
That is true.
Yeah.
What year was that?
I think
God,
around
a long time
2005.
ago.
He
Yeah, it
said,
was a long time ago.
yeah, he said it was about 2005 because they got in a car accident. That's why he remembers.
Oh, somebody took care of that real quick.
Yeah.
Thank you, whoever.
Got rid of the D.
Yeah.
Speaking of D,
Or if anybody else wants to grab the link and come up and have a chat, or they can do that too.
Have you all heard about people renting maybe spots on the property on Ben Hill?
what did you say?
People renting kind of like little spots, kind of like tents.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That is
they'll
insane.
be
Have
they'll be
fun.
probably camping on a lot of carcasses.
That's what it sounds
Like,
like.
the police won't raid that at like 2 in the morning, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I wouldn't want to go up there for the carcasses.
Yep. All over the place, probably up there.
is the whale still on the market? Does anybody know?
No.
No.
I don't think that they can sell it the way that because it was willed to Don.
Uh-huh.
And the only way that he could take the deed to the land in his name is if he was married.
Okay.
And I can't remember what it is, but I think there's something drawn up in that clause to where that property has to stay in the family.
Maybe.
Understand that that's the Morlock family. Duh. The Goads are related to Morlocks. Has anybody ever said that? Oops.
It can't be sold to it on air.
Flies on the coleslaw. Yes, exactly. Just your comment. So many yeses.
Is that one of the Coleslaw Linda accounts?
Hello, hello.
Hey,
Hello.
Doc.
Hello.
How are
What's
you?
up?
Just living the dream another day.
Oh, I hear you, man.
Yep. How's everybody doing up here?
Excited to
doing
meet you. I've never gotten to talk to you.
Likewise, all of you guys. I love Chicken on a Stick name too, by the way.
I know.
Yeah, that's how you responded to me, Karen. And I think we talked about it was because he was on the Megan's Law that I don't think he would put himself in danger of getting a violation for doing an interview. I wish there was a statement or something, though, that he could make about Squall. I would be really curious what his thoughts are about her.
Thanks.
Some of these people just have the most classic names.
And Fred.
Ask for it.
They've got to legalize it for us first before we can start naming it.
Oh my Lord,
So
that's
legal-
ridiculous.
It is so legal down here that every house is like this. You got like a psychic's house, then you've got a house that like has like a daycare, and then you have a weed house, and then you have a psychic house, a weed house, a daycare. It's the weirdest thing out here.
Well, the weed houses keep the daycare running smoothly, you know, so people can have their patients.
Oh my God.
I know,
What's
whoever named the weed Wi-Fi, does it come with a hotspot? I don't know, but like,
Oh, yeah.
Piper. That's exactly how human works. That happens. I think that joke was in poor taste, vile, and disgusting. Just thought I'd let you know.
These people come up with the greatest names. I have no clue.
That's funny.
Sorry, guys. My husband was showing us their tomato plants. Something was heating on them. I think I've got that coon out there again.
Oh Lord.
The worms. I don't know. The coon. I ain't seen him in a while in the house. So.
Yeah, those. I always had those big. I guess they call them like tomato something. But they would get on my tomatoes and destroy them overnight.
There was a groundhog. I had tomatoes last year, and there was a groundhog living on an outbuilding, well, a shed that I had because I planted them close, and he'd grab him and mate her or eat on it, and so I'd go up there try to run him off and just zoom right next shed. Hey, Doug, how you doing, honey?
Hey, honey, how are you doing? Good to see you, Shay.
Good to see you, babe. I've got a few things I'm going to send you after this live.
That girl, no, nobody lives there right now.
Okay. Anybody lives there?
No.
Can I speak about that? I don't know what it was that Andrew Hilton wanted to get across to me, but in my last live, I never noticed it till a little bit later, but he was wanting to come up on panel and talk about, he said something about June 15th. I didn't catch it till later, and then I thought, what in the world? Because I've never had anybody on my panel, you know?
June 15th cash grab.
Is that what it is?
Don't fall for it.
Right. I didn't understand what he was wanting up there, but I'd sure like to know if that rumor's true.
Well, Andy, you still in here? Because I believe that's about when Andrew said he was renting your property. Can you tell us about that? Was that really a thing, or did he make that up, or did you confront him about it, or any of that? Because that's also around the time that Piper came up and slept in your driveway, right? Did Andrew have the same plans? It was a joke at the time. Gotcha. Okay.
You got a
I talk to him. I go over to his lives all the time. I don't know how I even got into that habit, but I did. I don't know why.
Well, the first time I met him, he tried to come up. He didn't want to come up. We offered him like $200 or $300 if he wanted to come up because he was charging at that time.
Oh wow!
Oh my goodness!
He didn't come up. So and then he emails me right after and he says not to be rude or anything like this, but I don't like what's going on with the way that people are talking about my son Hunter. You're the first to know that there was a CPS case against Hunter and Candace between them.
Right.
He emailed me that there's an ongoing CPS case with what Hunter and Candace had going on, I believe. And also, he was the one who told me about the appointment on June 15th that Hunter went to at 2:30 as well.
Oh wow!
What? Repeat that 2:30 again. What was that?
An appointment.
Let me pull up the email. Matter of fact, if you want.
Oh yeah, the appointment. Okay, I got you.
And then I'll share the screen if you want to share it. I don't care.
Y'all, I'm gonna listen alone, but I gotta go. I gotta feed some people around here, salt the hogs. But good talking.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to
Thank
meet
you
you.
so
Nice
much,
chatting with you,
Chicken on a
Chicken.
Stick.
We'll talk to you again.
Okay. Have a good day.
Bye. You too. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, so
What's the joke of the day?
Yeah, Doug. Come on.
Let me see if she comes back up, because if not, we'll stop this one. How long have I been on? I said I'd stay 3 hours. We could skip through some smaller videos or see if we could find the first one. Piper, Shay. Yeah, I don't think any of this is much more. There's a little bit they talk about. I'll tell you what. I don't think she comes back up. Hold on. But I don't think this is worth not listening to, but I just think we should listen to something else tonight. So what I'm going to do is, it's 21 minutes left. I'm just going to leave that tab up. We'll start a new one. Yes, that's Doug. It is. And I think that's worth listening to, but I want to move along a little bit. Let's see if we could find... Oh, this is one of my lives. This is after they all attacked me. Or the night they attacked me. I can't remember. I think Benny came on. Oh. No, that's Squall's live there. Okay, hold on. Let me see how long this is. Oh, it's only 5 minutes of it. Oh, this was about Piper. Okay, so it's going to go into this. That means I have this live somewhere. So we'll find it. But actually, we're not even going to watch this because it's in these videos.
Well, okay. Did you see Crystal?
You want to do it, Earl? Come on. He wants to do another imitation.
You see Crystal's crown? Oh, yeah, it's a bad girl.
He finds this shit hysterical. Okay.
Well, okay. Did you see Crystal's crime time?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
She is a bad girl. She didn't ask to do that. I don't know if you have to, but like, it should be.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Wow. Oh, Squall.
Are you okay?
What?
She's okay. She's okay.
I'm
She's
just
okay.
my spider web's getting bigger and bigger.
It is. You're going to have a cocoon. You're going to come out a butterfly.
No, Spider-Man's going to come for real. The Spider-Man Syndicate. What in the motherfuck, you grown-ass, women-ass shit. Oh my God. She ain't here for money. Oh, hell no. Maybe if we overreact, it'll get bigger and bigger. Dumb.
Interesting. Okay.
But go ahead. I'm gonna
somebody gave her a very nice comment and donation.
Yes.
It was really nice.
Okay.
Go ahead. I didn't mean
Are you watching the stream, Chicken?
Not so much.
Okay.
But go ahead and fill us in on the text messages, because you're the kind of middle person here, with that's what I'll call you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Basically she had no idea. And then okay, Crystal's crime time. She messaged her and was like, hey, this happened. What you saw in the video. And she's like, what the hell? Who is this crazy person?
Okay, that other part is not in here. What that other part was CSI coming up on my panel and demanding that I showed her that she called me a parasite. So we'll go back and listen to it after this. I remember what it is now. Jeez, it's been such a long ride.
Because she don't even know, because, she's blocked on JS's channel. Probably all the family members are. People that's close to them or whatever. So,
is there anybody that you guys have ever been blocked from that you can't see their channel? She's telling you right there that Amy is giving her the information to come to YouTube and say. She's telling you right there that Amy is sending her to YouTube to give messages. Do you guys understand that? And this is not the first time she implied it. It was implied on her first interview, which we will find. Maybe not tonight, maybe tomorrow. I think I'm going to cover this for the next week or so. I think it's important. But let's continue. Boy, the memories are coming back.
Yeah, she just...
And lean on me. Quit twacking. The fucking fake eyelashes are ugly. Buy some fucking mascara. They look like fucking dying caterpillars. Okay?
She's shocked and mad and, everything we all would be in that situation,
Mm-hmm.
She's not asking anybody for any money. She's not wanting to be YouTube famous. She's just trying to live her life. And she just happens to be a crazy sister.
Yeah. It's not fair how people get drawn into this.
Well, is that legal for them to take screenshot or shots of a text conversation, or not really a text but a messenger conversation?
Mm-hmm.
and like show that? Is that legal?
I believe so.
All this is new to me.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not ethical, maybe, but I don't know if it's illegal.
I mean, okay, so don't get me wrong. It's not that, like, I don't want people to see Jody Sue for who she is. I do. I totally do. But there's other people.
And lawsuit number 1 is born. Fuck you all.
That, you know, like, all this is going on.
Right.
And,
That's exactly right. And then they're getting pulled into it and blindsided, really, because could you imagine getting pulled into this? Is like a group of hyenas because it's so emotional because of the topic.
I told her that there were, you know, a lot of parasites, you know.
All right, and I'm going to help out a little bit here. From my understanding, Amy responded to Crystal saying that she could not see the video, that she was blocked and everything. She was trying to handle it in a way to where she could get out from having to discuss it because she didn't want to discuss it. I guess.
So you're in contact with Amy Squall. Do y'all see the team? Andy, do you see it? What do you think about this? Now that you're sitting back in the background, listening to this, I would like to know, do you see a team? What do you feel about Squall, Chicken, and Amy before you come in public to YouTube conspiring? I would really like to know that. Was you a part of this? It's an honest question.
And
okay, I didn't catch that. Sorry, but anyway.
Yeah, and then, you know, because she didn't want to be drug into it.
Well, I mean, I get it.
And I understand that entirely. And it, you know, I'm just, you know, begging people, you know, don't
do this to her. Yes, if there's like one wonderful thing that like people on the YouTube and interwebs could do would be like, don't drag her. I mean, don't even like. I wouldn't even engage in conversation, you know, like, because it's just, I don't know.
Right.
She didn't ask for this.
If and when she wants to speak publicly, that, you know, she knows who she can reach out to. She knows where, you know, she knows that, you know, she's got the choice of doing like Mayor Suspect, and she can make her own platform and speak from that. Or she can, you know, reach out to anybody on her own accord, you know.
I am so thankful that, you know, like, you could be there, and, you know, like, because these things that, like, it's so ridiculous. Like, Squall's known these things for a while, but she didn't tell nobody.
Right.
Because there's no reason.
How long is a while? Because you see, this was only like a month after Chicken on a Stick came live, right? So, like, Squall's known these things for a while, and it's not the only time that she says shit like that. There's one point she says, oh, a long time ago. Andy, I'm sorry, but this Squall has got to be somebody you know. In my opinion, she's connected directly to you and Jody Sue. Like, even Squall. She can go in the background, talk to Amy anytime she wants, and Amy just wants to convey the message. Everybody leave her alone. But then within a few days, she's going to jump up on people's panels and talk shit on her sister. And then me and her sister are going to get a lawsuit. Guys. The setups are real.
Reasons to tell,
in my opinion,
anybody.
Right.
It's just
since August.
Something, but you know, like
August, September.
Because she really had no idea. Because, like I'm saying, it's like, does this lady think, I mean, I used to watch Crystal Tom, but I'm thinking, does she think, like that she's the first person out there in YouTube land, or at home locally who's like, hey, is your sister off her meds? There's people have reached out, it's kind of known. So she didn't need some stranger to fill her in. She already knew.
Right.
She can't stop the situation.
If I was a person with money, chicken, this video alone would have won me a countersuit. You're very lucky I'm poor folk from the fucking ghetto. Okay? Because what this is giving you a motive. I never directly did a motherfucking thing to you. Do you understand that? The only thing I did was show Jody Sue screenshots of you being in Squall's group with Luke and Eric. Okay? I asked Jody about you because I seen the screenshots on Jody Sue's Facebook of you. The same girl in Squall's group. The same girl who was also at that time friends with Jody Sue's sister. Do you understand? This isn't doxing because you can't read any of it. But let me show you something. See this on the side? This is all from Gary. That's some screenshots. Hold on. I have multiple folders. Okay? I'm going to find the ones where I show them on the side where people can't read them. Of you and Jody Sue's fight online. Of the Barham guy with Leatherface and all of the gore that Jody Sue was talking to behind Andy's back, in my opinion. I have the fucking screenshots. I'm never going to go to court with you. People out here see that you're lying. As a matter of fact, they know you are. All of you. I ain't got fancy money for attorneys and pot fields and daycare centers and a rich husband. I support a family of a fucking million on one income. My husband's. I'm disabled. My daughter's boyfriend works. My daughter's about to go to college in the fall. Not fall. Spring. Summer. I'm not a rich person. All I have is my home. You guys want to sue me, you go right ahead. But it shows what kind of piss poor ass motherfuckers that you are. That you're willing to steal when you all started this fucking battle with me. In my opinion, it's an attempt to silence me. I don't know what from. The only thing I know is that I have listened to every single one of you meticulously. And I know your shit don't fucking add up. I know your stories don't add up. I know your interactions with each other don't add up. I know your best friendships don't add up. Oh, Squall and I know each other, CSI says in that live we were just listening to. That's why I think it's important that we listen to it. As well as all the other ones that I have that I can find. A lot of them are repeats. I don't have many. I have the ones I was able to grab before Squall took her fucking channel down. I may have a few more somewhere I have to search. But over the next couple days, I'll be live every day. At some point in day, night, whatever. Might be 4 a.m. But we're going to continue to go over these and go over them and go over them. Because in my opinion, something isn't right with y'all, and I don't know what that is. I would have only thought it was billboard money and marathon or some kind of money grab, in my opinion, speculating. However, when you start making accusations about a crime on Light Hauler 30 years ago, Karen, I don't know if you'd want to answer this publicly, but do you know anything about the crime that Chicken would be connected to? I'm just asking honest and straight up. If you don't want to answer it, I 100% understand. But I would like to know if you know anything about that, or if you could see if you could figure out what the residents on Light Hauler think of her stating things like this, if they are lies. Because what it is it puts either real or false information out there. Jody Sue's already doxed her, and I ain't really fucked them in their lawsuits. Her name's Amanda Athey. She's originally Amanda Crawford. She grew up 3 doors down from Andy Bernard. She is Andy Bernard's cousin. She also lives across the street from a woman who grew up across the street from a woman who is connected to the Jake Skelton that is on the Megan's Law, that is in jail right now because of me. Yeah, she's a local. She now lives in Kingsport. Jody Sue claims she has a rich husband. I have seen what I think would be proof of that. She claims she has an aunt that she took care of on Light Hauler, that she was in charge of caring for, and that she was going to record. That was in one of those, I think it was the Shay one. She was going to record people, family members on Light Hauler Road. Oh, I gotta find that. Do I have that? Was that on a Sage one? No, that was the Shay. That's what Shay needs to release. She was going to record family members on Light Hauler Road to get proof against Frank Light or somebody. Shay took the live down. I think it's important that it's put back up. That's what I don't know, Karen. It's all in that video Shay took down. She states there's a box on Light Hauler Road that has information regarding a crime 30 years ago, and it connects to Summer. That's the claims that were made. I don't know who made them, her, Shay. It's all confusing. They were made. I know I've heard it a few times. And I would like Shay to put all of her videos back out. I think it's important. I don't even give a fuck that I'm doxing her no more. I don't. Do what you gotta do. Summer's worth it. After all the hell you people put me through, answers and truth need to come out. And if y'all have it, you need to state it, or you need to state why you're lying. I don't know what you're saying is truth. I'm not even really speculating at this point. All I'm doing is repeating words from your guys' mouths. That's what I'm doing. Because the proof is no longer there unless I have it, and I have to dig and dig and dig. And you know yins all tried to silence me. I got rid of my Dropbox, my Google Drive, so much shit because I was going to quit. I can't. And I won't. You all have played too many fucking games in this shit. Take me to court. I don't care. If I lose, you can't get blood from a stone. All I have is this house. When I'm out on the street, there's nothing else you can do. Do you understand that? You will have everything I have. And it's still going to go into on a lien against my house, and you won't even have it till I fucking die. Understand that. Or I give up on my house and just give it to you and let my city take it, and you can fight my city for it. I already got bad credit, dude. I don't give a fuck. I ain't got shit. Do you understand that? Look it up. All I have is my home that I would like to leave for my children one day. But since y'all want to take money from my it's probably worth $60,000 in the condition it's in. You want to take the $25,000 you're suing me for? Fine. Whatever. What, Earl? Or 200,000, whatever the fuck she's suing me for. I don't even have as much as she wants, if that's what it is. Nor do I give a fuck. Oh, is Kirsten here? Well, that's what I don't know, Kirst. That's why I've been screaming for it to be out, and that's why they keep continuing to sue me. I don't know why. That's a possibility. I mean, 4 lawsuits, 1 fucking attorney, county to county to county to county. Who has enough money to fight somebody who they know already doesn't have shit? There got to be a reason for it, because it's wasting money. Go for it. Something's wrong with y'all. Somebody's going to figure it out one day, in my opinion. I'm speculating. On my speculation channel, there's a banner that runs at the bottom. Hey, if anybody has seen, let's do this real super quick, because this is something I haven't done in a couple weeks. Let me go to my projects. I'm thinking pretty soon this photo is going to be updated again, because they update them every 2 years. This is Summer Wills. She's missing from the Beach Creek area of Hawkins County, Tennessee. She's been missing since June 15th, 2021. At the time of her disappearance, Summer Wills had blonde hair, blue eyes, 4 foot tall, 40 pounds at the time of disappearance. She's been missing since age 5. Summer would be almost 9, less than a month away from 9 years old today. I'm going to assume a new picture will be coming out of Summer, because I believe that they recycle them every 2 years. When it comes out, please share the picture from the authorities only, nobody else. I don't care how cute you think the other ones look. The TBI and FBI have always been pretty accurate when it comes to making these photos. There's a reason they make the children look a little bit older, and I think it's disrespectful to their investigation when you don't share their imagery. So when their new photo comes out, please share. If I have a fancy printer, if you need flyers after the new image comes out, I am willing to make flyers and ship them to people free of charge. Not a penny. They will be the flyer from the TBI. Okay. Let's go back and finish this video, and then, oh, I still got like 35 minutes. So we'll continue on a little bit. This is almost done.
They trying to just stay under the radar and not put themselves out there willingly.
I hope that the that her people kick her off of their property and like don't keep her up. I think knowing what she does and how she is might show them a different side that they may not even know about.
All right. It's scary. I mean, it is scary because when you're dealing with someone who is mentally ill beyond to the point where they think that everything they do is perfectly normal and that they're in the right all the time, and they think that nothing is wrong with their behavior and the way that they are handling themselves, that is when, that creates unpredictable
behaviors.
It does seem everyone, and this has been discussed. I mean, several people have been like, because I mean, where we live, there's some rednecks around here, or there's all kinds of people around here, but it's just surprising that she hasn't made someone so mad. And it's almost like she's trying to do this, but it's, I don't know, to perpetuate to where like there is an incident that happens, like, I don't know. But I'm not the first person to think that. Someone actually talking to me about that the other day, about like one day someone's going to go off the deep end and just stop by.
Yeah. That's the real fear I think we all have. You just don't know.
Yeah, don't make yourself a target.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I keep forgetting to unmute. I think I unmute it and I go to the next tab, and that's how I always get stuck talking to you guys like this. Who asked? Karen. Yeah, the one on the right. Okay, so let's delete that. I don't really want to watch fucking stupid asshole come up on my panel. But let's go to fuck it, we're on a doxing spree tonight. The first picture of the beat up person was sent to me by Amy Tate. She told me that Squall sent that to her and said that Frank Light did that to her. I compared that photo to Rebecca Crawford, who is the girl with the blonde hair that's not beat up. Jody Sue confirmed that she had those pictures sent to her by Squall as well as a few others. I still think it's important. Amy Tate, you ever write me with some bullshit again, you could suck my whole white ass, you fucking cunt. You're just as bad as the rest of them. Okay, let's see. What else do I have here? Oh. This was what was in our lawsuit while they were doxing Jody Sue Brown live on Squalls with Amanda's face right out there telling you who she is, but she's suing me under the name Amanda C. She writes, okay, was going over the video, the laughter at 5,400. She said it was a tip I called into her. There is her face. She doxed herself. Do you understand that? There was never no fucking lawsuit against me. Karen, this would be chicken on a stick. Okay. Here she is under the name Alexandria B. Hunt. No license. There she is telling all of Jody Sue's business. When I tell you bitches, if I would have had the opportunity for an attorney and that I have the receipts, you best fucking bust your ass. I fucking have them. So you know what? We'll just show them the fuck here. You could show them to the judge. Here's another one. Yeah, she's all in with that squall shit too, in my opinion. One of Squall's groups. Oh, look. Squall's group. What did I tell you? Who's that? Luke Wood, Amanda Athy. Prior to her coming to YouTube. I don't know if this has any. This is all shit that Gary sent to me. A lot of it. But I've got to go do these timestamps. Good luck, ladies. This was her going over and timestamping all of the shit threatening the lawsuit that she was putting against me. And the thing, they are the same timestamps that are actually in the lawsuit. So this is them conspiring together and Squall's chat to sue us. Do y'all understand that? Guys, it goes on and on and on. When I tell you I have the fucking receipts, you best fucking believe I have the receipts. Oh no, we'll leave that one out of it. Okay. Fuck it. We're going all out, bitches. See if we can find a Disney one. Oh, here you go. There's my green airplanes. I can share this one. Guess who owns that? Oh, look. New car sales director. This is public. It's on a public website for Toyota in Bristol, I believe. Johnson City. One of the two. That's Jody mad at me. I thought I'd stick it in that folder. In my opinion, there never should have fucking been one. But whatever, since they're saying I did what they're saying I did, let's fucking do it, right? If I'm gonna lose, I might as well fucking lose. I might as well have a reason for moving. That's not true. She was lying. Jody never ever gave me a picture of anything from her sister or her family. The only thing Jody ever gave me was 2 cars that connected to the name Keen. Oh. He was an adult. Fuck it. Man, what'd I do? Hold on. There it is. Guess who's seen Jody's son off? It wasn't just Jody. Her whole fucking family was there, including her sister's husband. There you go. Ooh. Wonder who that belongs to. We'll leave it at that. This is just some... I have to admit, I just went and listened. I did hear her say her name. Yes, you did. Then you posted. Da, 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 da. Also, I have screenshots and it will be sent to your attorney. Bitch, I don't even have a fucking attorney. I don't even have an attorney. Send it to whoever the fuck you want. Send it to goddamn God. I don't give a fuck. There's her sister telling me she can't see Jody Sue's YouTube because she's blocked and has been for a long time. There's her thanking me for letting her know about Jody Sue's crazy. I attacked her, guys. Y'all remember? I have had it. If I'm going down, I'm going down big. Fuck you all. Okay. Let's move on. What shall we go to now? Doody-doody-doo. Let's listen to... Fuck it, a little bit of Sage. I don't know what this is. How much time do I have left, guys? 20 minutes. Let's find something closer to 20 minutes. Andy, sorry. Nothing against you. We're putting you on because I want to see the fake caterpillars fall. Fuck it. She'd be looking like a fucking Ronald McDonald Wendy's mixed together. Let's go.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm back. I finally figured it out and got all my shit going. So I'm back. And I brought friends this time. I finally figured it out and got all my shit going. So I'm back.
Hold on, that's
And I
Scott.
brought friends.
There we go. Scott's got it. He fixed it.
Timing was off, wasn't it?
No, he probably turned on his YouTube so he could see the comments.
Yeah, I did. Sorry about that.
How is everybody tonight?
We're here. We finally made it. Sorry for the delay, y'all. We were strategizing, trying to figure out how to make sure, we had Andy had mods and stuff that we're not wanting to talk about certain topics or certain people just because of just don't need to. That's not what Andy's wanting to do either. So, but I think Scott had.
Why do you put me in predicaments to be nice to that man? Soon. I don't know. I have to find the court website. I didn't look again. I meant to. I asked if anybody has it, but I know it's like this week or next week. It could even possibly be tonight for all I fucking know. It's soon. It's like within the next week or so. Karen, I'm sure you will be very happy to hear that. I want to see which direction he's going to go when he comes. Tiffany's been running rogue, sticking up for Ziggy. I don't see Benny sticking up for Fred. So let's see how this goes. I said I'll offer an olive branch to Benny, even though fuck him and I think he's a fucking piece of shit. But this is about finding that little girl. If he wants to come out here and be truthful and address the whole Tim Mullins situation. Oh, yeah, probably, for sure. Or traders or somebody, who knows. Soon. I'm sure the whole YouTube will be going crazy for their Benny. Yikes. Okay, guys. Let's go ahead and listen to a little bit of this because we don't have much time here. Just reminders. There's nothing really, no agenda against this one. A lot of people have gone over this. Just maybe something cut out, or you might catch something else after hearing something. I find Piper and Squall's relationship, in my opinion, speculating a little bit fucking strange. So, and then you got this fucking Ronald McDonald clown over here. Okay.
Had a couple questions. Andy, oh, you were going to introduce yourself.
And she don't have a magic lamp. She got a magical vape. Watch it. This shit be fucking blowing smoke everywhere.
Oh, sorry. Or introduce her. But
Yeah. I've just sat and listened for the past year about all this and how everybody's been talking about me. And I just want to say I'm not that person. I've made mistakes just like everybody else in the world, and I feel bad about everything. So that being said, I really don't know what I did to deserve all of this, but I'm here and I'm trying to deal with it. So
amen. And I think people want to really hear about like your experience the day, Summer went missing and after that and all of that. I think, Scott, didn't you had a question or two that you were going to ask, I think.
Yeah, definitely. If Andy's okay with that, I'd definitely like to ask a couple of questions.
Yeah, run with it.
Okay. Let's start with how about maybe a couple of days before Summer went missing? Did you notice anything out of the ordinary?
No, not really. I mean, the tree cutters had been in and out. That Jackie Dobbs dude, he was down there the day before. But other than that, no, not really. There's always traffic.
When Mr. Dobbs left out of there, was he peaceful when he left? I mean,
Karen, I don't think you're on Ben Hill often, but being from the area, what is your opinion on traffic on Ben Hill? Do you think that it's a busy street? Do you think it's like hardly no cars, but people that live there? What's your opinion on the traffic? Because this has changed so many times between Andy, Jody, Sue, and Fred. Dawn and Candace have never wavered from the traffic on that road. Odd. I don't know.
did y'all get everything? I understand the law come out there. Did y'all get everything worked out and everybody went their separate ways?
Yeah, I mean, everybody went their separate ways. I mean, he was kind of ill, but, I couldn't help it.
Well, I mean, I guess property lines.
I'm not sure that was ever confirmed, Running Bear. I think that was just a rumor. I don't even remember where it came from, but it sounds like a Ziggy rumor, maybe.
are what they are. And we kind of had the understanding that the realtor people kind of took pictures that didn't portray the land exactly what they were. That accurate?
Yeah, it didn't necessarily look like it should have. When something's like a 35% grade up to like 95% grade, it ain't nothing flat.
Okay. So it wasn't really Jackie Dobbs' fault. It was more of misrepresentation by the realtors, and then there was a big misunderstanding because he thought he was getting something he wasn't.
Yeah. I mean, there was no surveys that they did that I know of. There was no, I don't even think he drove from Georgia up here to look at the property before he bought it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I think he bought it sight unseen and drove up here expecting to just be able to pull up in there, cut a couple trees, camp out till he got him a yard, barn or something.
That's Lean on Me. She's like connected to Ernie. Her and Ernie are like really good friends. And she just sits on panel, never talks. She just sits there with her fucking red ass eyes and red ass hair and her fucking caterpillars falling off of her eyes, throwing her fucking smoke up into the fucking air with no real opinion, making fun of people. She has a lot of videos where she'll make fun of everybody on the fucking earth on her channel. Check her out. Lean on Me. She's not really all that funny. I think her fucking jokes are dumb as fuck. Most of them. Some of them are kind of funny, but she talks a lot of shit. You know what I mean? And she really has a hard on for Ernie. Like it's a really big hard on. Okay.
Probably. And I don't know.
Right.
Andy, you said a second ago that when God asked you if anything was strange, and you said, well, the tree cutters were there and all that, but you said, but people, there's a lot of traffic anyway. Did you mean there's a lot of traffic in that area just on a routine basis? Or did you mean just with all the tree cutters or?
There's always somebody in and out there. There's quite a few people that live in there and are in and out. I mean,
I got you.
That.
So it wasn't like anything unusual. It wasn't like nothing stood out to you, like there was more traffic than usual or less or anything. It was just normal.
It looks like she flirts with everybody when Whisperer. For sure. It seems like she flirts with everybody. She gets on panel. She's like a big old fucking clown. She needs the red floppy shoes. I should have had her my fucking Halloween next year for sure.
A couple days before, aside from the whole Dobbs thing.
Yeah, just the tree cutters. That's about the only difference than what they usually was.
Did they come out in the company trucks, or did they drive their own vehicles up there?
Now, see, I don't know about all that. They was company trucks, and they seemed to be like it was a personal vehicles and stuff that come in too. But who knows? That might have been people running late. Who knows? Right. Most of them was parked out on 93, like personal vehicles. They had them things parked out there forever.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. Did they have, if you know, I mean, I know you was working there at the time, days.
Gargamel shrunk Papa Smurf into Papa Mouse. I understand. Oh, damn it. Hold on. I went to the wrong tab.
I know you're working nights now. When you'd come in the evening, was they normally done and packed up and gone, or did they work on up into the evening time?
trying to think. I don't. I'm pretty sure a lot of times they was gone by the time I come in because going to grocery stores and getting stuff, coming home, shit like that. I was usually running behind.
Oh, okay, gotcha. On the 15th, did you go to work that day?
I can't believe, in my opinion, when Whisperer, so many people followed it. I can't believe that so many people didn't see what I see. That they were all on her going, "You're crazy, you're crazy, you're crazy." No, I ain't fucking crazy. I seen it. I see what I see. Does it make sense to me? No, absolutely not. But I know what I see. And all I could do is keep showing it. I said earlier I had burnout from Fred, Ziggy, Jody. This does sort of lean into Andy and Jody. I don't really mean for it to. What I mean for this to do is for people to see the fuckery games that have been played surrounding Summer's case and to help me make sense of it. Maybe. Because I don't quite understand it neither, so I don't see how anybody can accuse me of making any accusations against these people stating that they took Summer in any manner or anything like that, because that's not what I've ever done. All I've ever done was stated what they have told me as a collective and as separate. The things that I have been through with them, which is really only that stupid fucking Google Meet. And I'm sorry, I'm not buying that Penny's sleeping and Scott showing Benny his face for the very first time. And then Benny gets off piano and Scott's like, "Oh, we can't trust Benny to see if I talk shit," or whatever it is they were fucking doing with Gavel and Chroma. Something ain't right with it. Okay? And so much more. I don't know. All I could do is come out here and be transparent and honest with you and ask you, do you see what I'm seeing now? Are any of these other creators going to cover any of it? Are any of them going to grow balls? Or are y'all just going to sit here and ignore what's right in front of your damn face? I haven't seen her in quite some time. Yeah, Scott showed his face, but the very, very first time he showed it to a sub or another creator that I knew of was me, and it was in the chat, and it was me and Benny, and they were acting like Benny only seen it for the first time, like Scott, and I believe Benny. I do. I believe Benny seen him for the first time that night because he was taken back, like, "Oh, I never imagined you look like that," because Scott has that Tennessee voice, right? The country boy. And all these girls are falling in love with his voice. And Benny was sort of like, what the fuck? And Benny gets out of the Google Meet. And they're all arguing about, do we trust Benny? Do we trust Benny? Then, like a couple days later, Benny's out there talking about, "I'm sending laptops to fucking Adrian and this, that, and the other, and Sparkle for JJ, and let's do 18-hour lives." That was one of the things in the Google Meet. They wanted to do like a 24-hour live where they black Jody Sue out and drive her crazy, which really doesn't make fucking sense because you can just block Jody Sue out. Nobody gives a fuck. Why do you all got to be live 24 hours, one right after the other? With Chicken going from chat to chat, "I got to get my timestamps." Benny out there stating, "Oh, yins are getting sued." I don't think Benny knows what happened to Summer. However, You know what? I'm just going to leave my thoughts to myself. Benny has a choice. He could do, in my opinion, what I think is right. Maybe if he wanted to redeem himself with me, he doesn't owe me that. I don't have a problem forgiving any of these fuckers if they come out and tell the truth and they come out here and they're honest and they're right forth and it leads to answers and they can untwist the shit that they've put out there that is false with why they put that narrative out there, because that's exactly what they did. When Shay came out and put that narrative out that there was evidence on Light Hauler Road, then took it off and made some kind of spectacle out of it, or when they recorded Jody Sue's son. Andy did. While the dude was living with the sister. I don't know what else to fucking tell you people. Except for I feel, in my opinion, that I have been set up and silenced. For what reason, I don't know. I think it's I have many, many thoughts. One was mentioned tonight, so I'll talk about it. And Karen's here, and she pretty much knows how I feel about it. I feel my video about my chicken fighting shit was stupid. It wasn't complete. I wasn't able to bring it out the proper way. They told me, bring the proof, bring the proof, bring the proof. And that's what I did. And when they did, they smashed me down and I took it down. And then Linda was in my inbox wanting to see who I had in it, which leads me to believe that there's a possibility, I'm speculating, that it can connect the people that she knows. There are people in her county that do that she knows. Hi, Jackhammer. Anyways, that was CSI's boy. How long I've been on? We got 5 more minutes. I'm just going to end it here. I want to get some sleep because I want to be back for you guys tomorrow. And my daughter has an interview in the morning. I want to be up with her, make sure she's up. Things like that. The seasonal at Bath and Body Works is over. She wasn't kept. So she's going to get an interview for where my husband works. He's trying to get her a job. I think she'll get it. So we'll see. But thank you guys all for being here. Those that believe me, those that still think I'm fucking crazy, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. All I can tell you is what confusion you have all caused me, and that I still don't understand what's going on or why it's going on. All I can do is speculate based on the receipts and the things that you guys have said and publicly displayed in groups you've joined together. Other than that, all I can give you is my many, 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 many theories. Already going to court. Guess I'm really losing big now, huh? All right, guys. Yeah. She did. I'm so grateful. I am, and I am so sorry. I'm not going to get upset. That video has ruined my fucking life. All right, guys. Mwah. Oh, you're older. All right, guys. Peace and love. I'll see you at some point tomorrow. I will not be on Facebook tonight. I got to do dinner dishes. We got some things to do here, and I want to get some sleep. So I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Bye.